everyone's having a good day. Welcome on in. Got another heckin' chill stream today. I think I keep putting stuff to the side because I think, you know what, it's fine, I'll do it at my own time, and then my own time comes around and I don't do it. So today we're going to be doing one of the things I kept saying I was going to do in my own time, and have not been. Oh dear. It's just because there's a lot still. Also, oh my god, I'm short today. Where am I? Oh no. Can I move myself? I can move the whole camera, to be fair. There you go. At least I won't be short. What was I gonna say? Oh, I've lost it. Now that I've seen that I'm short, I've lost it. What are we doing today? We're doing sequins. I'm sorry, I'm still kind of recovering from yesterday, so my brain's a bit spacey, that's why. I feel fine. I'm just a little bit spacey. I think it's because there's a lot still going on in this costume. There's a lot still that I want to do in this costume. That when the stream finishes, I'm like, oh, I'll do this instead. Oh, I'll do this instead. This is more exciting, so let me do this. But I actually need to do some of the less exciting things. Sequining specifically, I don't really mind though, because it's a very repetitive motion. So it's like, I don't know how to explain it, but it kind of just, you just do it absent-mindedly, and then it can chat. So it's nice. So it's kind of like a chatting stream, but I happen to be sequining in the background more than a sewing stream where I happen to be chatting. That's all right. The other thing is I kind of want to get some more things printed. I finished the print that we started yesterday. It's just hanging there now. But I need to do 2 more of that facing in the opposite direction. And then I still have 3 designs to go through, all that will need 4 versions printed. So after the next ones, there'll still be 12 more. So it's still quite a bit to do. But most of them will be pretty easy to bead. Like if you look at the one we did yesterday, there's a lot of blank space in it. Like all this, like I don't need to do anything with that. It'll only be going around these kind of parts here. And whether I want to add anything, maybe, that I'll end up having to bead it. Most of it will be actually very simple. It's just straight lines. But not too bad at all. Put that back in there. Definitely better than some of the ones we've been doing for the first half, which are a bit more thread intensive. Yeah, should be good. Right, I'm gonna get you top down because I think I've moved my camera. I feel very short. Is it a manageable shortness? I think I need to turn it back again now. God damn it. The organized streamer strikes again. I'm very organized. Very organized. I know what's going on. Alchemist, welcome on in. I hope you're having a good day. I think I've moved my cameras. Not on purpose, but I think I have. I feel very short in some of them, but that's okay. So today, plan is this. In fact, I won't be using the sewing machine today, so I'll be putting that to the back. That should be straight. And we'll be mainly focusing on the scales, but doing a little bit of printing as well. Probably the first thing I'll do actually is just get some pieces cut out for that. I do have a couple pieces left over, but I'll need more than what I've got in here. I also need to make this bias tape. Another thing I keep saying that I'm doing. I haven't done yet. Is that bias tape off the desk actually? Oh no, that is just a scrap. That's okay. Where are the bits I cut out yesterday? Did I use all of them? Maybe I did. There's none in there. Well, I guess that's a good chance to cut some more out then. Since apparently I've used all the ones I cut out yesterday. Let's move those to the top. So these are the ones I started sequining. This one is only done on one side, so we'll pick it up there. But they're looking pretty cute. I like them. They're gonna have to be double-sided because these hang double-sided. A lot of the stuff we've done before I've been able to do on just one side. Not these. These have to be double-sided, so it does take a little bit longer, but that's okay. I will also eventually be going up and down here and sewing them close together. But, oh, thank you for the egg. I haven't done that yet. I'll probably come back to that when I'm stitching it all together. Also, welcome on in, Scott. I hope you're having a good day. Right, let's move some stuff. Once again. Oh, don't need that. Massive pole. Good, thank you. I keep putting it in there because I'm not actually sure where to store it. Yeah, if we get the fabric cutting out done first thing, that should set us up well for the rest of the day. Just need to work out exactly where I'm cutting from. What is this piece? I'll keep that. That's a fair size scrap. We'll keep that. I think this is where. Yeah, that looks good. So the only thing is going to be that we want this to go the whole way down. So I might actually refold this quickly just to make sure that we're not having that issue where it's only folding halfway down. It can happen. Yeah, so about there should work. And then to there. Excuse me. Please excuse the coughs again. It's just a day. I'm a bit low energy today, but we're good. Build, welcome on in. I hope you're having a good day. Welcome, welcome. Right. We have probably that one there. We need them a bit wide because I did the last ones a bit thin and it made it a bit of a pain in the ass to be honest. Where am I in this camera? God damn. It's fine. You're just gonna have to deal with me flipping in and out, and I'll fix it after stream. The thing is, I don't really like looking at the screen where we're streaming, but I can see something moving very wildly, and it's me. And I'm not used to that. Oh dear. Right, that was actually a bit too thin again, so let's just go to this thickness. It's alright, we can just be a little careful which ones we're doing the printing on, so that we don't make any mistakes with it being too thin or too thick. We will manage. We will manage. And once again, it doesn't really matter what the edges look like. You don't see them anyway. So keep it like this. Each one of these will be 2. So I need 2 more, and then these 2 will be for something else. Yes. Ah, dear, I've been for a while. How far have you gotten? We are making the wings at the moment, so we're doing all the decorations for the wings. And it is coming along really, really well. I'd say if you don't follow the Twitter, you might want to go just check it out quickly. There's a huge building thread, basically, of all the stuff we've done so far. So if you want to see everything we've done, have a little look on Twitter. It's like pinned to the top of the page. It's just a thread of everything we've done. Because at this point, we're getting so far into the costume that we've done a lot. A lot. Ah, dear. How do I leave? Grobit. If you go into like where it says following or in the top corner somewhere around there, you should actually be able to find another streamer and then you can pop into their stream. I hope you're having a good day, Grobit. Oh, right. Let's move stuff to one side. We can one at a time. And I do still want the sticky stuff in the middle, so I'll be cutting out a layer of this every time. There we go. I'm probably a little bit short for what I'm doing, but we'll live. We'll live. Ah, dear, yeah. The thing is, at this point, with a costume this big, you end up doing so much. And it's like, I can't possibly tell you all the things we've done for this costume so far. But other than the wing progress, which is what we're working on right now, that thread is up to date. Sorry. You must have a proper tap because my chest just, I started talking and my lungs were like, no, not today, Jelly. You thought you were going to be talking? Psych. Right, we actually need to do this the other way this time. So I think a couple of you will remember this, but yesterday we did this same thing where basically you need to have it going off at about a 45-degree angle for the first piece. It seems really weird, and it is kind of weird, honestly, but it's just because the first piece goes on at an angle because I couldn't fit it in the hoop otherwise, and I didn't want to make a 4-hoop piece, so I did this. Which is probably not ideal, but it works. Listen, if it works, I'm okay with it. It doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, that is the nice thing about decorating everything so heavily. If it's not perfect, it doesn't really make a big difference because you won't see most of those imperfections once they're all detailed anyway. So I'll just pull this a little closer. Can you see it? Yeah, I think you can see it. You've really done a lot, yeah. It's a very intense project, so we've done a lot of work so far. But it's going really well, and we're working on the wings. The wings are the last piece that I 100% want finished. And then I am very iffy on the cape. Originally, I was always going to do a cape, but the idea of walking around a convention, because eventually I do want to take this cosplay to a convention. The idea of walking around a convention with a cape like that, that's also white, it's like, not only might it be a little dangerous, but it would get dirty very, very quickly. So I'm very up in the air with the cape, because I don't think the cape would look good if it only hung down part of the way. So I am kind of being picky, to be honest. Excuse me, sorry. That. Yeah. And this should actually just go because it's all one colour, so I'm just gonna let it do its first line, but then it should be fine. And I just want to have a look at the... Yeah, that's alright. Just like which way it's going, that looks pretty straight. It's probably not perfect, but I have enough either side so that it won't make too much of a difference. Ah, dear. do chill work today. Chill work stream. Yeah. There's still some glue or something on my desk there. Actually, don't have a wipe. I could probably try and wipe it out. The issue is, if it's the wet activated glue, this could make it worse. But I'm not sure how to clean it, to be honest. So I've been using a glue in all of my pieces, basically, so that they, how would you put it? When you wash the glue out, leave parts of it in and it stiffens up the fabric. I can't see anything there, it's probably glue, but as long as I give it a good wipe and maybe dry it afterwards, I think it should be okay. I'll just make sure it's not anywhere else either, because this glue, the thing is, what happens is I bring up a cup of tea and it's slightly wet around the rim, and then I lay out some glue sheets and it just like, so yeah, that's what I'm going to assume has happened. As a proper craft does, I always have paper towels to one side when I inevitably make a mess of something. Okay. Cool. I can still kind of feel it, so it probably is glue. That's fine. We'll live. I'll just keep wiping it down until the glue goes away. This one's quite a quick one. It'll only take 10 minutes. The next one I will have to change the thread on, so I have to keep a bit of a closer eye on it. But that's okay. We manage. And put that up there. We've got a lot of these to do, to be fair, but I'm starting with the big ones because the big ones will go a lot slower. So we zoom through. We get back to lurking. Oh, thank you, Alchemist. No, take care of yourself. Enjoy the rest of your day. I hope that it goes well. We'll just be here sequining. Honestly, I kind of like these days where the job that you're doing is not too much brain power and you can kind of just relax. I kind of like it. I have a good time with these days. Oh, we still have thread knots though. Can't go too far without having the thread knotting. Of course not, of course not. That would make things too easy. If the thread never knotted, Jesus, imagine how easy life would be. Can't have that. Gotta have some struggle. Right. And through there. And yesterday I was just sat with like my knees up, resting the scales on my knees and sewing them like that. Because on it again, this is a really good job to do when if you've had a migraine. While I was having it, obviously I wasn't doing anything. Couldn't do anything while I was having the migraine, but while I was recovering from it, this is like a really nice job to do because it's like pattern work where you don't use too many materials. You're just doing the same thing over and over and over again, and it makes my brain feel good. But it also makes me feel like I'm doing something, so that's always nice. Because God, did I not do much after stream yesterday? Oh dear. I was telling Shiny though, I was kind of due a big migraine, and because we were talking about migraines on stream, my migraines probably just remembered. They were like, ah yes, about time we could jelly another really big one. Oh dear. That's alright, we won't talk about them anymore. That way I won't get them. Oh, there we go. See, nice repetitive. It actually gets easier the further along the thread you get as well. Because at this length the thread still kind of wants to knot, but as we get closer and closer the thread will not want to knot anymore. And I should really change that. Oh dear. Because that makes it sound like we've got into the competition and I don't know that we have. So I should probably change that. Oh dear. It's okay. We'll get there. I'm a slow bean. I make changes very slowly. Normally I change them when they're no longer necessary to change. That's okay. The other ones are still good. Actually, I could just turn it off, right? I don't actually have to change it. I could just turn it off. Oh yeah, that'd be fine then. I'll do that. Where is it? It's a timer. And it's the cosplay timer. I can just disable it. Oh my god, I've got so many. So many timers that I've had over the last couple years. Jesus. Oh, that's alright though. That's nice. Good memories. Also, excuse me while I be short today. I'm gonna sit a bit more like a gremlin. There we go. That's better. That's a proper crafting pose right there. Not that you can see any difference probably, but I feel different. Go. Honestly, because this one is quite quick, we might get through these. I was kind of expecting to only be able to print 2 out today, but we might actually... Oh, thank you for the horn. Welcome on in. We might be able to print more than 2 today. Welcome, welcome. I hope you're having a good day. Oh, dear. Yeah, it just feels like one of those days where we get a lot of printing done. But that's good because, like I said, after this one, there'll be 3 more rounds of stuff we need to do. And yes, they do all need 4 prints, but a lot of them are a bit less thread heavy, so they should be a bit quicker. And I know a lot of them only have 1 color as well, which is the best. The best, because you can just leave it to go. Maybe refill the bobbin every now and again. Other than that, nothing. I should probably actually, speaking of things I should do in my own time, I should probably be beading the armor in my own time. Oh dear. That would probably be a bit cool, because there's a few pieces there now that need beading. We've got these pieces, the small pieces, which I think are the ones I'll do first, because they're a little smaller and a bit more manageable. If I get all the ones beaded for the lower wing as well, basically if we get everything sorted for the lower wing, I can put the lower wing together, which would be really, really nice. Because of the way we're going right now, we might get all the stuff ready for both wings at once, which isn't really a problem, but there's no way I'm going to be able to do all of the beading and sequining for both wings at once, because what will happen is we'll put on all the components, sew those in and decorate over the top, which is kind of what we did on the dress as well. But that's like a 1 stream per wing kind of, you know. So it wouldn't be so bad to get 1 set of wings done before the other, just so I can space those big wing streams out a little bit. But then I guess the other benefit would be those are all going to be on the ground, so if I did them all at the same time, I wouldn't have to rejig my setup all the time. Ah dear. Chilling here and keeping one eye on you. Oh, bless you. Thank you. I hope work goes well. Ah dear. There we go. Yeah, trying to like... I don't really do this a lot, but I don't optimize my cosplay crafting. That's for sure. I craft in the order I want to craft. But when it comes to resetting up my cameras and stuff like that, it's worth optimizing. I don't like doing that too often. So I should probably try to optimize that a bit more so I don't have to keep moving them. Although I don't even know how they moved from yesterday. They did, but I don't know how. I must have jogged it or something. I definitely didn't purposely reset it up. That's good. That's a good angle. We've got a good angle on this one. Heck yeah. Our first piece is kind of nerve-wracking because of the angle it goes in on, but yeah, I'm pleased with that. I think it's pretty good. Go. And even though it's not fully in the hoop, it's not gathering the fabric, which I guess is kind of important. We've had them a few times because of the pieces I cut. I basically just don't want to waste a lot of fabric by making them bigger, because you have to cut so much away when it comes to these free motion embroideries, because I'm doing them as separate pieces rather than directly into the wing. It just makes it look a bit more 3D, and you can kind of layer them a bit more. And something's touching my arm. Not allowed. But yeah, it's good for that, which is good for armor. But normally with an embroidery machine, you'd actually embroider it directly into the pattern piece and then sew it in, which is not what I've done. But that would make it very flat, whereas I want mine to be very not flat. And 3D all the way, please. Also, I know a lot of people here haven't followed the other streamers who entered TwitchCon, but did you guys, any of you see Saoirse's cosplay? I think Saoirse's finished her cosplay. And oh my god, it was so pretty. They got pictures on the beach. I'll be honest, I don't know so much about Avatar The Last Airbender, but I know that, is it Suki, the name of the character? Whoever they are, they look fantastic. She's done such a cool job. And like, she got pictures on the beach, and oh my god, it looks so good. I saw that and I was like, wow. Cosplay photography goals, it looks so good. I don't know how I'm gonna photograph this when it's done, to be fair. Describe them. So they have like a painted white face with red details. They're wearing green, and they have like a helmet with a big cross on it. Is that who I think? It is Suki. Yeah. Do you want me to drop Saoirse's? I should be able to find her Instagram easily enough because I've been on it. Can I find it in the search bar? Because I'm pretty sure I searched it. Oh no. Remember me. Remember me. Okay, if I go all the way to the end, I know I watched her story, so it'll be in one of my watched stories. There she is. Oh no. I accidentally clicked the last one. God damn it. Jelly fingers all over the place. Stop this. There's this. Okay. Sasha. So good. All right, let me copy this. You're gonna want to look at the Instagram picture, honestly. I love her. You'll love this then. Have a look at that. Have a look at that. Also, I was to see you shines. Let's join. Welcome on in. Beads and sequins. Heck yes. Yeah, like look when they hit the light. It looks like a metal rim, right? Like a metal rim to my scales. Also, well done. That was really good. Oh dear. So yeah, if you go into the Instagram link, you'll see the pictures they've taken. They've taken some long grass, but they've just posted some on the beach. And oh my god, looks so good. It looks so good. I don't think they've even taken pictures of their fans, have they? Like you can see them in the belt, but I don't think they've taken pictures of them unfolded. Because those fans, I was watching her make them and they are so good. So good. There you go. There's someone for you to check out. Okay, let's move this around to the next piece. So, I will need to change the thread, but only the top thread. Yes. I love this. I love only changing the top thread. Very nice. And right, where is it? What is this one? I don't know. Not sure what that is. Oh no, that's okay. This is fine. I've already printed that one. I was like, what is this one? That's a weird looking piece. This is what I need next. And embroidery. Let it get to the starting point, but then we will change the thread, move everything around. You get me? Boop those buttons. Heck yeah. Clickety 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 clickety. Oh. Clickety 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 throw. There we go. Yeah, staying away from sewing machine work today because I am still a bit like hands not quite doing what they're being told. Still a little bit wobbly from yesterday. But that's the beauty of this costume. In my mind, is that I can still work on it even if I'm not 100%. And I love that. It means I always have something to do and occupy myself with. So, you know, hands not working? Well, that's fine. We won't use my hands. We'll just do stitching. Nothing dangerous, basically. We won't put myself in a dangerous position. I love it. It's very nice. Next time I do a big costume as well, which probably won't be for a while, take a little bit of downtime from the competition cosplay styles. But next time I do a big costume, I'll probably design it in the same way, so that it's nice and easy for me daily. You want to get in? So this is me. I still haven't changed my hoop size, and I've just been struggling rather than loosening or tightening my hoop ever. Oh dear, I'm laughing about it, but it's such bad practice. But no, I don't want to. But if I calls it pick it up, put it down project, and I have so many of those. Yeah, I love them. So before, I think you've been here for a while, right, ICC, so you probably would have seen this, but before we were doing like monthly projects, right? So we'd do a new cosplay basically every month, and they'd be voted on by chat and stuff like that, and I do want to go back to that at some point. But there is something about a project which you could just do at any time, which is really, really nice. So I just have to watch it do this first bit and make sure that it's good. And heck yeah, that was perfect. Very nice. So that was a weird noise to make. That's my it's perfect noise. Get that out there. Fantastic. First time, heck yeah. Yeah, pick it up, put it down projects are really nice. Just always having something which you can turn to, because for me crafting is like a big relaxing. It's very relaxing. I always find it very relaxing, and I find these kind of jobs very relaxing where there's no pressure. Yeah. So this has been, even though it's been a really huge project, it's not really been stressful except for the petticoat, and I will stand by that. The petticoat, I don't want to make another petticoat for a while, honestly. But other than the petticoat that we made like back in November, everything's been really, really fun, really relaxing. I've really enjoyed it. And don't get me wrong, the petticoat was worth making, but I wouldn't do it again in a hurry. Oh dear. See now, I just want to double check. Are we actually shuffling today? I think we are. I think we're just getting a lot of the Rhythm Heaven ones. No, actually, I don't think we are. There we go. Sorry, my shuffle turns on and off constantly. Feathered! Good morning, Sunday. I had a good sleep. It was a wonderful day. Nothing wrong with me. Oh my god! Heck yeah, Feathered. Also, welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. Ah, dear. My petticoat's so floofy. Yeah, so normally I don't mind petticoats too much, but I made this one in like a traditional tutu method out of cotton, which meant every single strip had to be hemmed, and we're talking like over 100 meters of hemming. And then gathering cotton is exhausting for you because machine won't do it by hands, so that you get exactly the gather you need. Oh my god, I wouldn't make a cotton petticoat like that again. Also, Toz or Tozzy, welcome on in. I hope you're having a good day. We're just talking a little bit about what we've done for this costume. Ah dear. Ouch. Ouch, hemming. I swear it's Good Mood Wednesday. You feel amazing too? Heck yeah. Very nice. Hi, good morning, good morning. Yeah, so the petticoat, oh my god. We did a lot of that on stream because I was getting demoralized very easily. Basically, hemming that much, and then also the bottom, I don't have the petticoat here to show you, it's still packed up, but the petticoat bottom, the longest piece had gold around it, which looked lovely. I really like how that ended up looking. But attaching, oh god, how many meters? It would have been 60-ish meters of gold trimming. Like ironing, folding, and sewing that in was awful. Awful. But the rest of the costumes are really fun to make. With narrow hem, nothing more painful. Yeah. Yeah. Oh dear. It's also very, very heavy, but the look of it is worth it for me because I just don't feel like tulle would have been right for this particular character. I'm doing a lot of more traditional sewing methods, and I think it would have been a bit out of the blue. Feel the pain on the hemming. At least you did decide to put a top stitch design on the hem. Oh, absolutely not. Did you do some insanity on the hem then? Why did we do this to ourselves? I did do some insanity, but only on one. So basically, every strip had to be hemmed. Thank you for the horn. Every strip had to be hemmed, and I only did the on the bottom strip that I have the gold trim. Would I recommend it for how it looks? Yes. Would I recommend it for how fun it is to do? No. Oh dear. Hi Riku, welcome on in. Because we can. Ah, Riku, I am awake now. All of stream is now awake. Right, let me just change the thread. The next one's 10 minutes. Just needs to go on the other colour, and then we can keep it going. See what I mean? This one being quite a quick one though. Like the last one, each piece was like 20 minutes. This is half the length of time. And most of the other ones we have to do are like this too, so they really don't take as long. Nice treat. Also, despite my hands being really wobbly, I am consistently threading it first time, which makes me very proud. Good job, hands. Very good. Go! Should be able to leave it to its own devices now. Oh, I see it. Lettuce, welcome on in! I hope you're having a good day. Welcome, welcome, fab name, it is. Oh dear. Welcome, welcome. We are having a chill day here today. Nothing too difficult. A lot of pattern stuff. So like as far as like we're doing the same thing over and over again. Not as if we're making patterns, but you know, it's a nice chill job. I like it a lot. And watching sparkles being added to a costume, I like that. I like that a lot. That's nice. Oh dear, love the hair colour, thank you! Yeah, I dyed it on Monday, but you can't really see it on camera. It's like jester green up here and then blue at the bottom, but my camera makes it look like it's just like a turquoise. It's always done this. Always done this. Every time. If I dye my hair green, it won't show up as green on camera. I don't know why. I've tried so hard to filter my camera so that it shows. But no, it's like really, really green. Oh dear, guess what I'm playing? I'm gonna assume it's Genshin. I'm gonna make an assumption. Oh dear. Also, Shadow, welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. Lol, I almost know my glasses and still manage to thread my machine. I don't know how I do it, and I can't really see the whole video. It's just like I'm sure it's like a by memory thing. Like you get so used to threading the needle that even if you're not really looking or paying attention, it just happens. Oh dear. Yes, knew it. Just jab it in there. Basically, like not a lot of thought goes into it. I'm just like, well, in it goes. I will say threading these needles is a different story. Everything with the beading needles, I have to focus on to an extent. It's quite difficult to thread those. But the sewing machine, I don't really think about it. Finally got the hoodie you bought a year ago? Heck yeah! Very nice. Oh my god, that took a while though. I'm trying to think. Oh yeah. I think postage has slowed down over the last couple years though. Right? I'm pretty sure. Why are you doing it in that order? You didn't do it in that order last time. Oh, whatever. You do you. As long as you're happy. That is a really weird order though. Oh dear. I'm sure I won't see it once it's finished. Honestly, I just let it do its thing. I've done my hard work with those embroideries at this point. It does what it wants. I don't have any control anymore. I've lost control of my machinery. Also, is the shuffle turned off again? I only just turned that on. I think it's on shuffle. Oh god! Heckin' horns! Oh heck! Last! Welcome on in! Wow, I'm doing great. Heck yeah! Thank you so much for the 2 months. That's very heckin' sweet of you. You know these robots called ruin guards? There's one place in the that has 4 of them, which you have to beat, and they all attack at the same time. Today is the first time I was 2 years me playing Genshin, but I did it without taking any damage. Oh my god! Congratulations, Riku. It's like a jacket hoodie hybrid to be able to remove the sleeves, and it's themed around a game. Oh heck yeah! Very nice. I love it when machine decides to change the order. I still haven't figured out why, but as long as it works, yeah. Like, this is the mirror image of the other one that I'd been printing, right? And it didn't do that on the other one, but on this one, it's like, no, we do it in this order. That's what we do. We can't do it in the same order as the mirrored one. We'll do something completely different. But yeah, like you said, as long as it prints, I don't mind too much. Oh, this sounds real. Heck yeah. Oh. Oh, dear. Ah! Oh, George! Thank you for the 100 bits. You don't have to. Also, welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. You're still in your 7 work day up, right? I hope things are going okay. Happy lurking. Yeah, happy lurking. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. The hoodie seed around Destiny 2 Season of the Slicer. Think of it like a new age Tron. Oh, that's got a cool colorway then. Heck yeah. We love a cool colorway jacket. That's one thing. I'm not going to go on a full rant about this. Men's clothes is really boring. Why is men's clothes really boring a lot of the time? Why not bright colors? Why not interesting designs? Why is everything gray, black, navy, or white? It's like a uniform. I don't understand. Why men's clothing so boring? But then also, like, if you look in sewing patterns, there are so many more sewing patterns for women. But in my mind, there should be a lot more sewing patterns for men, because if you look at the general clothing men get, it's boring as hell. Oh dear. Pocket. It needs pockets. Yes. They have pockets. They do have pockets, but they also have like 4 colors to choose from. Did not in the right headspace. Oh, bless you, George. Well, I hope you manage to get some good food, some good rest. I hope you manage to look after yourself so that you can feel better by the end of the week. I feel it. Whenever I'm having a bad day, I'm very food orientated, so we'll treat to a nice meal. But yeah, Men jeans are so roomy. That's true. Men do get the jeans stuff. Like they get pockets, they get comfy jeans. I feel like their sizing, while still not perfect, is better. Yeah, men do have all of the jeans advantages. But like, there's a lot of men in my life that I like to buy clothes for, right? Like as gifts and stuff like that. And the choices, they're just awful. They're just terrible. Oh my god, every time I'm looking for like an interesting top or something like that for somebody, it's like, ah yes, you can have that in 4 colors. Getting clothes for Jews, just Gap, walking shop, there's 2 rows for boys and 15s for girls. Exactly, and I feel like, especially in the age we're living in, men's fashion is properly a thing. Prepares for a rant. No, I'm not going to go too into it today. We had a big rant yesterday. And for some reason, it keeps getting copyrighted on YouTube. I don't know what it is. I'm going to have to look into that a bit more, because normally I would have uploaded it this morning, but no. No, so it's had to stay private for now while I sort that out. No hug, only rant. Oh god. Oh god. But yeah, oh, that's a bit of a weird sequin. I'll use it, it's fine. But yeah, it boggles my mind, the choices. And like, I feel like women have been complaining about jeans for a long time. So like that, not really an excuse there. But why is there no choices for men? Most of the men that I know want to wear cool clothing, want to wear nice clothing, interesting clothing. And you have, I guess with the sort of interest we have, you the option of like a printed t-shirt, which has like a character on it that you like, but a lot of the time it feels very generic, and they're very expensive as well. Or you have neutrals. I've always had the worst luck because they think you're short with larger waist and you have, yeah. Also, welcome on in, Vio. Yeah, that's kind of, I think that's an all-round issue. It's like, people go up in height and width proportionally, and it's like, no, people do not. Also, your bobbin friend's empty. Oh, 2 seconds. I'll just refill that for you. Oh, dear. Hart, welcome on in. I hope you're having a good day in Amazonia. Welcome on in. I hope you're both having good days. We're having a rant about men's clothing and how boring it is. Like, if I want to buy a gift for someone, I want it to be interesting and unusual. Not, like, completely out there, but, like, with some colour on it, at least. I swear. Oh, there's awful interesting stuff out there. Nothing interesting. It probably fits well, but it's not interesting. How much more costume prep do you have to do here? We craft at our own pace here. I have no idea. It depends. I'm very torn on one element that would take a little while, and if I don't do that element, then I'm nearly done. So I don't know if I want a cape, because the character has like all of this cape stuff going on, but it's white and it drags behind it, like it's taller than she is. So if I want to do it accurately, I have to have a white cape that drags behind me, which one, people will step on. Like, it just happens. If you have something that drags behind you, you will get stepped on. But 2, it's white. It's going to take up all the grime of any con floor I walk. And I'm like, I'm just very torn about whether or not that's something that I want to do. Because, like, yeah, I don't know. White cape, it's like the worst of both worlds. You're good. No, thank you so much for the 10 months. Heck yeah, thank you for the year and 4 months. Jesus Christ, it's a long time. Morning, Hot and Amazonia, yeah! I mean, I shop in the women's section despite the efforts of several pushy managers are. We always ask, but we ask every customer if they're shopping for themselves, because a lot of the time people come in and they're buying bras and stuff like that for other people. But we'll always ask, is it for yourself? Is it for somebody else? Is it a gift? Because, like, you don't know. I don't know. Oh, here's a way to get into my favorite clothes. Oh. Honestly, I'm the same, because I'm so up and down in weight, only half of my wardrobe ever fits me. I understand that laugh deeply. I played this game when I was 14, just like you do, heck yeah. I started doing Sounds So again today. You've had a bit of a break though, which is nice. Heck yeah, I'm glad that you did. Because that's such an intense costume. Are you doing, what are you doing? I knew you said you might be doing shoes, right? Is it shoe time? Is it time for shoes? I like shoes. I never cobbled a pair of shoes, but I do like breaking down shoes. Oh heck! Oh my god, so long! A year and 4 months, a year, 3 months, Jesus Christ, you guys are all very similar times. Line the bottom of the cake with a removable piece. See, I would, let me show you, and then you can kind of see my unsureness. So there is a color behind it, but the white is quite clearly in front. So do you see that there's like a bluish hue behind it? So that would be the back of the cape. But the front of the cape, it is that like pure white on the inside. So it already kind of has like an inside of the cape that needs to be white, whereas the outside can be that bluey color. Yeah, which is where the, yeah, like that's white, and that's the inside, and then the outside the blue. Oh dear. You know, this is the women's section, right? It's something that I legitimately told, but I want a hoodie with gold bit and fur trim, not the plain boy one. Well, yeah, understandably. The amount of times I've bought women's clothing for people and just got it in like a slightly larger size, just so that they have something interesting. Like, you wouldn't know. So if it's a t-shirt, you wouldn't know. Oh dear, I had a button up with a faded navy collie from the top down towards the bottom with rolled up sleeves. Oh, fine in such a way. Hood with the fur. The whole club looking. Excuse me. You can't say fur in this chat, not without breaking into song. Plus pants are getting expensive. One pair was ugh. I must learn to make their own clothes. But if you're looking to make men's patterns, there are not so many. It's kind of the idea that, oh, men don't sew. Cough, cough. Half the top fashion designers are men. Probably actually more than half. But sure, whatever. I guess men don't care about clothing, nor do they sew. Yeah, that tracks. Oh dear. I definitely wouldn't want to make clothes for my male friends. Never. That's not something that I'd ever want to do. Oh, gotta do finish, fix the dress, upgrade the shawl, make her embroidered gloves, make crown from silver, make boots, make stage props. It's all exciting stuff though, heck yeah, and you got some time. What to say, today is super expensive. If you eat for months so you get clothes. Yeah, charity stores is the way to go. That way you're not, what to put it? Because a lot of brands will pump out cheaper clothing for people like me, you know, low income people. But then you can't really verify who's made those clothes, and it can be very much like paying for basically slave labor. But if you go to a charity shop, you can buy secondhand, and you don't add into that. And that's what I do. I buy secondhand so that I don't add into something that I disagree with. Because I physically can't afford to do anything else. Also, Bobbin, are you okay? That's a bit of a weird one. Well, you are full. But I do question you. Just kind of wound kind of weirdly. I don't know if I want to risk it, honestly. But that is a lot of thread. I'll see if I can unwind it to the point where it's done that. Sorry, this is awful. I would never normally do this, but something's happened in it. Yeah, there it is. That's going to start catching there. Okay. I still need to keep going. God damn it. I think now that's manageable. Okay. I feel happier doing that than putting a bobbin in it where clearly something has gone haywire. Luckily, it was not too close to the beginning. Yeah, that'll be just fine. Cool. Waste of thread, but that's alright. That's alright, it happens. Men don't knit, that's a great. Most of the people I know that knit are men. Oh dear. Oh my god, look at the little wave. Heckin' cute. I've rolled my eyes so many times. Oh no, a man doing arts and crafts, let's shame them for doing a hobby. I know, right? I never made scarves for my friend's family. Never. Yeah, I know, right? I forgot another point. Making all the undergarments and stays. Yeah, you gotta make your making undergarments is fun though. I like making undergarments. I've made pants for this costume that I don't even need. I've made. I love it. It makes it fun. Oh dear, I don't know the secondhand shops here. Oh, do you not have like charity stores or thrift stores and stuff like that? Damn. Also, Citra, welcome on in. I hope you're having a good day. It's better than your machine jamming, eating, damaging the fabric. Exactly. That's kind of my thought. Is like, I would rather waste fabric than ruin this. Of course, there's still a chance because it was wound strangely anyway, but the hope is that that will prevent it from being bad. Oh, also, Centra, thank you for the follow. That's very kind of you. Heck. Oh, welcome, welcome. We do cosplay here. almost exclusively. Normally we would play games sometimes as well, but we have not had time for like a year. Not quite a year, but almost a year. Okay. See how you do. Is your tension good? Even with Robin being a bit funky. So I'm just gonna watch it for a second. I hope you don't mind. Oh, that looks okay. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Panic over. If we move from licking, absolutely. Oh dear, fabric smooth. The licking, it was not at my request. Love cosplay. Do you do cosplay yourself? I might be being weird. I feel like I recognize your name. I could be wrong. Do I recognize you? I feel like I do, but I'm not sure where I recognize you from. It's weird to come into stream though and be like, I recognize your name. Oh, it's alright. I'll stalk you after stream, don't worry. I do cosplay, but for dolls? Oh my god, maybe TikTok. I don't actually use TikTok. So it wouldn't be TikTok, probably? Maybe? I made myself an account on TikTok, posted one video, and then deleted it off my phone. Just because I didn't want someone to take my name. It's probably here that I recognize it. I'm on Twitch most of the time. The games is Genshin a few weeks ago. Well, no, not on stream, I suppose, would be what I wanted to say. It's a really good parody of apple bottom jeans going around jelly. I think you'll appreciate always. But bear in mind, Hut, we don't have links in chat. You'll have to put in the Discord. I think you are most frequent forgetter. Cutest thing online. Glass Genshin slime wind charms. Oh my god. The slimes in Genshin are very cute. She had subtle demon wings, the hooves of the fur. The whole cult was looking at her. She's nursed your soul. Next thing you know, struck it down low. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. That song forever has a place in my brain. Maybe 2 weeks doing, but yes, come stalk me. Will do. I'm terrible for that. Also, have you finished? Good job. Even with that iffy thread change, very nice. Okay, let me move you up to the last piece. Wap, 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 wap. Honestly, Embroidery Machine did a really good job there. That was a rough patch for it, but it did good. It looks great. It's nice and lined up as well. Very proud. Proud Embroidery Machine mom. Okay, let's, whereabouts is this piece? It's here, and it'll be the second one. Although I will move it slightly up. Go. And where you start? You start there. Good stuff. Let's get that in there. And then, once again, I am not changing my hoop size, and I probably should just to get it in and then tighten it afterwards, but instead I'll just put it in and hope. This is a really nice, easy one as long as it's lined up first time is the thing. Just a big, long line. A few of them at this point are like this. Let's hope that's good. Yeah, it's fine. And then... there we go. There you go. Good stuff. Oh dear. No link thing. You are getting better at it, to be fair. You are. You like the meme you sent me on Instagram? Yes. I like memes. But I'm Toolbo. We must praise the embroidery machines don't cry. Lots of tick and praise, or they get moody and frozen for exactly. So when it does well, we tell it that it's done well, so that it keeps doing well. They live on positive affection. Oh, thank you for the hydrate. I actually probably should. Is that embroidery? It is. Yes. Embroidery machine. So it's like a very low-end embroidery machine. It can only do 10 centimeter by 10 centimeter hoop, which is why a lot of my embroideries are split into separate pieces and then merged together when they're sewn. So like this one is 3 separate embroideries. That's also why there's, I think, just under 200 separately digitized embroideries in this design, because a lot of them come together to make one, but they all have to be digitized separately. Like they all have to be cut up in Photoshop, digitized separately, and then printed separately. So a lot of it comes down to me lining them up. Do you have the concept picture? Exclamation mark cosplay. We'll take you to the character page, basically. So the design is Mateus from Final Fantasy Tactics Advanced, but there is literally one picture one picture of this cosplay which you can see reference from. So if you exclamation mark cosplay, it'll take you to that, but it'll also take you to the wiki where you can see a bit more about the character. Because yeah, God, it's. I would say there is pixel sprites of it, but they're very difficult to get any kind of cosplay reference from. And also they're a completely different color. I don't know why. And in the game, she looks completely different as well. But she's very pixelated in the game, and you can't see a lot of the details. I don't think you can even see that she has a tail and wings. Like it's that level of detail where it's like they're there, but. Oh dear. This piece is actually going to be like a big Archie piece. I'm looking forward to the Archie pieces. That's why it's much bigger one end than the other end. Oh yeah. I'm off now. Gonna get packed and ready for LARP. Heck yeah. I hope the LARPing goes well. Very nice. Oh dear. Oh, that's some detail. Oh yeah. So we've actually done a lot of this costume already. We're working on the wings as one of the last. It's the last piece that I know will attach to the body. Everything else we've done. But I might add a cape, and I'm very torn about it. I've got time because I'm still working on the wings, but if there isn't a cape, it's probably a choice not to have the cape, because I actually have already digitized the files that I would have used on the cape. I already have the fabric and everything like that, but I'm very torn on doing it because it's white and it's a cape. It'll be damaged. Oh dear, do you know why there's only one pick? They're not a very prominent character in the series, so there's one like concept pick, but then in the series they're just a boss monster, really. So while they do have a little bit of dialogue, they're not really a big part of the series, but it's a design that I really, really like. How long is it taking you? I started it in August, but the first month was predominantly setting out my designs, budgeting, things like that, because it's a big costume. And for me, at the beginning, I wanted to keep the whole costume under 200 quid, because I've had to buy a bit of extra fabric, because I needed more than I thought. We're gonna say at this point, it's under 250 quid for the costume. It comes to about £20 a month to make it. So I basically wanted to make a costume for a competition with the intent of entering a competition that was a very reasonable price, because we get a lot of people, or we did have a lot of people coming into the channel and saying things like, you could only win cosplay competitions if you're rich. You can only get into cosplay competitions if you have a lot of money. And I am someone who is on the very, very, very low end of pay. I can only work part-time and I'm disabled. So like, you know, you can earn less than me, but like you don't tend to. And this is a cosplay that works within my budget, but also works for people in my similar position who need to budget for cosplays. Also, Jesus Christ! Welcome on in, Bean! What the heck? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, thank you. Robert, you're my hero. You're my hero. I need that. Welcome on in. How was your stream? I hope you're doing well. God, we were just talking a little bit about... Oh, it doesn't work. That's okay. We were talking a little bit about the concept of this cosplay. Welcome, welcome. What were you up to, though? Were you doing something arty as well? Makers and crafting. What were you making and crafting? Also, let me just welcome everyone in. Hi, Jono. Hi, Not Bad. Hi, Kung. Hi, Short. And I think did I get everyone? If I missed you, I'm sorry. Cool Bean stream. Heck yeah. What kind of crafting were you doing? Hoi. Hoi. We are making a cosplay, a really, really big cosplay. We are doing Mateus from Final Fantasy Tactics Advance, which is an armored build, but we're actually making every single piece of armor from embroidery and beading and sequining. We're actually pretty close to the end of the costume, but we're getting there. Oh, and thank you for putting the link in the chat. That's the link to the character we're making. So if you want to see the character that we're doing, that's them. A 3D papercraft. Do you have a cricket? Or something similar to a cricket by any chance? Because I have been looking into crickets and my god, oh dear, make cosplay. I do make cosplay. Also, I should say as well, I will quiz you for days, but if you need to go get any snacks or look after yourself after stream, please do. Please do that first and foremost. My questions can always wait. It looks epic. It's a big one. So we've entered TwitchCon Amsterdam. We're still waiting to find out who's in and who's not. But I have entered it. We were just talking a little bit about the goals of this costume. So, cricket. Oh, is that not? It's like looks like cricket, but I think it's pronounced cricket. I'm not sure. I've only seen them online. Also, thank you for the follow. It's very kind of you. So yeah, we based this costume, of course, Mateus Final Fantasy Tactics Advanced. It says it's an armor build, but I wanted to make it completely out of sewing and embroidery and beading techniques. So what we do is we digitize files, print them, and then we bead them afterwards, so they end up looking more like this. So they have like a lot of 3D-ness to them. And we've done that with like 160 pieces so far, maybe a little more than that. So it's pretty intense. Cricket, that's the one. You knew. Cricket. She does beat them. I beat what? Oh, beat them, not beat them. Well, heck yeah, it is very intense. But they start out looking like this, so a lot simpler. And then we go back into them and make them very complicated. That will be one. Let's set up the next one. I've got, where did I put it? Was it next to me? You'd think I'd keep a track of it since I literally just cut it out. It's just sewing machine running on its own. It's an embroidery machine. So embroidery machine is very similar to a 3D printer, but for sewing. So what it does is you digitize your files, you like draw them up online or on Photoshop or something like that, digitize them with digitizing software that basically sets the stitch type and the order of the stitches as well as like separating colors. And then you send that file over to the embroidery machine where it will then print it up for you. So it's a little different, it's very hands-off, all of the work you do beforehand. So you do it before you start printing. Yeah, very similar to how you do 3D printing. You just have to change the colors. Oh dear. Jelly, I'd look at other cutters besides cricket. Let's say they're biz. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh no. I missed the cricket drama. God damn it. Fair enough. I guess just because there are some things like that can cut fabric out right, and they're meant to be very good. But if there's other brands that do it that are also good, I'm happy to look into that. Oh dear. Aww. Jenny, you'd like to share? What? What are you sharing, huh? What? Okay, cool. I didn't know these embroidery machines existed. They are expensive. So it's more expensive even for the cheaper ones than it will be a sewing machine. Like my sewing machine was originally 360 quid. This is like nearly 700 quid. For the embroidery machine, and it doesn't include the software. So the software I'm using is the basic software, which is just for digitizing, and that costs 200 quid on its own, just the software, not even including the machine. So they are expensive to run, or to own, I suppose. Also, Onyx, thank you so much for the follow, it's very kind of you. But they're expensive, but if it's something you're going to be using a lot of, my god, they're good. So it's just about weighing up whether or not you're going to get a good use out of it for most people. If it's something you'd only ever use now and then, I'd recommend to rent one or go to a makerspace. That way it'd be much cheaper for you. Or you can always commission people who do commissions for digitizing and embroidery. But if you're going to be doing it a lot, like for me, we're talking nearly 200 for one cosplay, then it's very worth it, because it'd be a lot more expensive to, commission somebody else for that. So it kind of depends on the sort of work you want to do. If you do get them, they're a really fun machine to own. I think it's just those costs you want to be aware of, things like the software. Oh dear. Hey Fusty! Oh hey, welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. I need a cricket. I've been cutting. Oh, you cut everything yourself? Oh, I'm sure, like Feather said, there are other brands as well. But something which cuts everything out sounds so handy. And some of them can cut fabric as well. And I'm just like, Imagine it cutting all my fabric out for me. That would be so nice for those fiddly pieces. You did. It was a huge drama. I wouldn't even use a Krika if it was given to me. Look at Silhouette Cameo or those Brother cut and scan. Actually, if there's a Brother one, I would probably get Brother anyway, because I already own Brother stuff. Just add it to my Brother collection. I've got so many brothers. Oh dear. Ouch. Big ouch. Also, big ouch. Something in my eye. Ouch. Oh dear. Oh, thank you for the egg. Ayo, how goes it? It goes good. Very good. Like, we've been printing out some of the digitized embroideries we did. A lot of this stuff we actually digitized back in like November, and we're just getting to it now. But this one we did more recently, because I only designed the wings like a month or so ago. But no, it's going really good. Things are not messing up too much, touch wood, and I'm happy with that. Thing is, embroidery machine is just as finicky as a sewing machine, maybe even more so. Trying to coax it into doing what you want. You can try. It will try and do the opposite, but you know, that's just how these kind of machines run. So I always have an initial stitch that I've programmed in that just does the one, and then I let it do all of its outside and then to the inside. Everyone digitizes a bit differently, but that's worked well for me as far as lining things up. Again, because I have a pretty small hoop, because I have like the cheapest of the cheap machines, which is still very expensive. But yeah, I would always advise to test one out in a makerspace if you can, rent one if you can. If you're only doing a small bit, if you're going to be doing a lot of it, then buy it. Oh dear, it's very expensive. But yeah, that is one caveat, is that the right word? The reason that I'm able to keep the price down so much is because I already own a sewing machine and I already own an embroidery machine. Although the majority of this costume is actually hand sewn, I have used a sewing machine for parts, and of course I've used my embroidery machine for loads and loads and loads of things. So, you know, I am able to keep the price of this costume down, but a lot of that is because I already own the parts. That makes it easier to do that. That being said, it's not that you couldn't get that on a low price. If you do apply to a maker studio, most of the time you pay to have the introduction and then that's it. So it is quite manageable. Oh, it does depend where you go. Okay, that's the last one I'll do on that side, but I might stitch a few of them together. Just since I'm over here, I can do that. Put that through there. And then if I have extra thread, I will use it, but most of the time I don't have extra thread. Even touching all the wood. Wait. Even touching all the wood? What kind of woods? What kind of woods are you looking at? Aw, thank you, Riku. Ah, damn it. Yeah. Wood machine good. Wood machine expensive. Maybe one day I'll save up to get one with a proper, like a good hoop size, but I can't imagine doing it anytime soon. Because I'm quite happy. I don't know. I don't often need to print very big embroideries. This cosplay has been the exception, where there are a lot of larger things to print. Also, do you want to? Excuse me. I've been hand stitching the majority of this cosplay, and yet one rogue sequin completely throws me off. There you go. That way, thank you. It's because the one at the end hasn't been stitched down yet. I have to wait till I've done the stuff on the other side for that. That's okay. We'll manage. We'll manage. We will manage, and you will not go that side. Stop that. Very bad. Look, embroidery machine's doing really good. Why can't you do good too? Oh, there we go. Plywood and some no-name free lumber. Heck yeah. That's one thing that I always kind of wanted, but I don't imagine I'll ever have the space for it, to be honest, and that's a 3D printer. I used to use a 3D printer when I was still in university, when I was studying more architecture stuff, because you'd make like sections 3D printed and stuff like that. And oh my god, I loved doing that. I loved the 3D printer. I loved watching it 3D print as well. Very satisfying. I don't know exactly how I would use it for cosplay. I'm sure I could find a way, but yeah, I loved watching that. That was so good. So like therapeutic. Like a 3D printer, they can be very temperamental, and it's a steep learning curve. The software has serious ouch on top of the price of the machine. Always worth checking on the refurb or secondhand market. Yes, which is exactly what I've done for both of my machines. The reason I say the original price of it was like 360 is because that's not what I spent. And the original price of this one was like 600 and something, but that's not what I spent. At no point have I ever paid full price for a sewing machine or like any of my machinery. Because it's just not necessary to do so. If you check the websites for Brother, Genome, Singer, all that kind of stuff, they'll often have a section for selling secondhand machines, and they'll often still come with a warranty too. Go to a sewing machine store, they might have X displays. That's where I got this one. Go to repair stores, they might have repair models which come with like a repair guarantee or something like that. There's so many good options for getting secondhand machines that you should never have to pay full price for a good machine. But a lot of people look at secondhand sewing machines and assume they're going to break immediately. It's just not the case. The only ones I would be a little hesitant is if it's a very old machine or a machine with out-of-date pieces, or out-of-print pieces, I should say. It's not impossible to repair those machines, but sometimes, not all older machines as well, but some of them, specific machines will be very difficult to repair over time. So always keep an idea on that. But for the most part, it's a really good option to get them secondhand, and I would highly recommend it. Okay, let's get that down to there, and then I'll tie this off since my thread is getting very small. Very, very small. Ah, dear. What kind of crafts do you typically do on my channel? Cosplay. It is almost 100% making costumes. I love making costumes. I love making patterns. So it's a lot of sewing. Every now and again, we would normally play video games for like some wind down and stuff like that, but we haven't done that for a really long time because this costume is quite an intense one. Before, what we would do is we would do like votes on the next costume, stuff like that, and we'd make it so that if anyone had any questions and stuff like that, I'd be doing it live. But at the moment, we've been making a big one, like a competition cosplay, and so the goal has been more to... Well, there's been a few goals. 3 very specific goals with this costume, but it's a big costume, so I think it's okay to have multiple goals, right? One was to make an entire suit of armor out of fabric, embroidery, and beading techniques, which I said earlier. The other was to keep it at a very manageable price, because we had so many people coming in and saying things like you can only win cosplay competitions if you're rich, or you can only get into cosplay competitions if you have a lot of money, which just isn't the case. While there are some people that can spend more on their hobby, and that's great, there are of course people like me who can't spend as much, but you make up for the lack of funds with the time that you spend on it, and often the skill set that you bring to the competition. So really, money doesn't have so much of an effect as you think it would. It just means it's quicker for people most of the time. And even then, it doesn't always mean that it's quicker. So yeah, I'd say that was the second goal, was to keep the price down. Originally I wanted to keep it under £200, but I spent just under £250. It comes to about £20 a month, which is a much more, I guess, realistic for a lot of people in my kind of position. And then the last goal was to make a cosplay competition that fit completely around my disability, which I've never done before. I normally just struggle. I normally just go to conventions and collapse somewhere. But no, the crafting process as well as the wearing the cosplay is made 100% with disability in mind, which means although I don't think anyone would look at this cosplay and see specifically a disabled cosplayer, which is good because I am just a cosplayer at the end of the day, it's made in a way that's very, very safe for me. Like, we're talking the wings are squishy, everything is squishy. If I fall down, my kneecap parts bend to the side so that I don't land on them. It's stuff like that which makes it very good for me, and it has an eye mask, which is perfect because I can't do flashing lights. So if anyone uses their flash camera without permission, I won't, collapse. So that's been really good. Those have been our 3 major goals with this costume. I would say that we've already hit 2 of them. No, I think we've already hit all 3, honestly. I'm really pleased with this costume. It's gone really, really well. And we've fit into everything that we wanted. Of course, it's not finished yet. That would be the only thing that I need to do. But it absolutely works around my disability as far as the crafting process. Like, as you can see, it's very hands-off a lot of the time, or it's hand stitching. So there aren't very many ways for me to hurt myself. So I have chronic migraine. I have migraines nearly every single day, and I have done for 6 years. But because of that, my perception is pretty whack, and trying to use things like hot glue guns, heat guns, saws, anything sharp, it's quite dangerous because I don't have very good perception. My vision is not that good, and it means that those sort of things can be quite dangerous. This costume doesn't even particularly rely on a sewing machine because basically every single part is hand stitched. But the positive of that is even on days like today where I'm recovering from a migraine yesterday, I can still work on the costume and feel happy about the progress that I'm making, because most of it is made in a way that doesn't require me to use sharp objects or hot glue guns or anything like that. So I can stay safe during the entire creation of the progress, and it also isn't a detriment to the overall look of the costume. That was really important to me, was, crafting in a way that was safe for me, but that didn't detriment the design. And there's been, as far as I'm concerned, no design detriments with this costume. You wouldn't look at it and realize that anything was amiss other than maybe I'd used slightly unusual techniques to make armor. And I'm very, very proud of it. Very, very proud of it. It's a costume that hasn't made me sicker while crafting it. There's always been something I feel like I can do when I'm having an okay day. And yeah, it's been really, really fun. Really, really fun. I guess the comparison is the cosplay competition piece that I made before this one, where I was sick nearly every single day. Like, I would be bedbound nearly every single day making that cosplay, and it was awful. I'd do like a 12-hour cosplay day and then get stuck in bed for 12 hours. And I was like, well, this is just what I have to do, I suppose. Like, this is just what it's like. But no, it's not. You can work around disability. It's just you have to accept that you need some assistance in places, and that, there will be things that I'll do slightly differently. And it's been great. It's been really, really great. I'm incredibly proud of this costume. I'm proud for hitting most of the goals. We did go a little over in the price, but I still think it's a reasonable amount. For £20 a month is a lot more accessible for most people. And we've used a lot of the skills that I want to. I'm really pleased with how the armor looks, and it's been a really fun experience, except for the petticoat, making the whole costume. Oh, did you forget that I exist again? Okay. Come back. Thank you. There you go. I'm still here. As you should be. I've seen most of it in person. It's absolutely cool. Thank you. Jenny, anyone use a camera with flashy light? Can't shiny give the lighting flash punch? No. So you're not meant to take flash camera pictures of people. The issue is people will do it and then realize afterwards that it's a problem, right? So, you're not meant to, but people will often do it forgetting that there are people out there that can't handle flashing lights. And if you point a camera at them with flashing lights in it, there will be a problem. And flash cameras are quite a bright flash as well, so it doesn't even necessarily only affect the target. Most proper photographers will be good with that, and they will ask to use flash if they want to, but they're very, very good with it. Sometimes less experienced photographers or people that are just taking photos for fun will not do that, will not ask, and they might not even ask for a photo. They might just turn their phone to you and use flash, and that's where the problem arises, really. It's like the 1% of people that just don't think. And I think at most events flash photography is banned without permission. Could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that it is for that exact reason. But most people that aren't actual photographers won't read that. So having something that covers my eyes, it's been really, really good. But if I do go down this costume, I've already gone down on it once, and I was fine. I mean, my knee was scraped up badly, but like, as far as the costume goes, it sustained no damage from me falling over. And although I did slightly hit shiny, it wasn't bad because everything is squishy, so they were fine. And that's kind of what I would plan for. I mean, of course, we always bring seats with us and stuff like that, but you never quite know. And yeah, I actually went down outside of the con. I was walking home. I really wasn't feeling that great at that point, but I was walking home, and then I went down outside, and then somebody asked for a photo. Like, I literally just got up, I checked the costume over, and somebody walked up and was like, "Can I get a photo?" And I was like, "No." You just watched me collapse. I need to go back to the hotel, thank you. They were very kind about it. Like, afterwards they were like, "Oh yeah, no, fair enough." But like, yeah, no, that wasn't me just tripping. That was a full-on go down. I love the thought that goes into making the cosplay work for you. Well, yeah, I think everyone will have the things that they do to make the cosplay work for you, though, whether you're disabled or not. For me, it's about the materials that I use and the technique that I use so that it can be a safe process from start to finish. But for other people, it will be completely different things they're thinking about. And everyone has those concerns when making their own costumes and stuff like that about the things that they want to make sure they add or don't add. It could be all design focused, it could be money focused, or it could be like accessibility focused. but I think everyone has them. But I'm very, very pleased with this. I'll say I would ask for making a photo, not just you, anyone. Ask before, yeah. It's general. I think it's been like, you know, flogged at this point to a ridiculous amount, but like, people know that it's impolite to take photos of cosplayers without permission. If somebody does it, they know they're being rude. And I don't really have any excuses for those people. And it happens a lot. I will normally look you dead in the eyes after you've taken the photo so that you know that I know. I know that you did it these days. I didn't used to do it, but I did it a few times at MCM. If you don't ask for a photo and take photos anyway, while there isn't anything against it, like it's not illegal or anything like that, it is rude. It is rude. And yeah, I think most people know that it's not a polite thing to do. They'll come up with excuses, but it's not polite. Most people know. If somebody does it, you are rude. It's just that simple. Would be like me figuring out how to hide. Exactly. Like I think a lot of people have those kind of things where it's like there's something they want to disguise, stuff like that. It could be as simple as making sure they cover up their tattoos for the costume. Like it could be that. But a lot of people have these kind of things they think about going into a costume, about stuff they want to disguise, stuff they want to work with, and it's why a lot of people's crafting processes are similar, but they'll all be distinct from each other because everyone has different things they're thinking about when it comes to making a costume, whether it be to hide an insulin pump, to design it in a way which won't make you sick, whether it be to walk around a convention or just have a really good photo shoot. Like a lot of people have things that they'll be considering, and because of that everyone will approach it slightly differently, figure out how to make it work the costume. Exactly. Oh yeah. Dang, I gotta go. Need to take Julia to college. As he has an exam. Oh, I hope he does well in his exam. Yes. We'll leave a luck though. If you're still on when I get back. Oh, bless you. Thank you, Feathered. But no, good luck. Good luck to them too. I hope it goes well. Oh, I need to redo my embroidery machine. Sorry, I've just been leaving it sat there. It needs some. The next one. Let me move that along. I'll just put the sequin in and then I'll move it. But yeah, everyone approaches cosplay very differently, and like all for very valid reasons. I mean, if you have say £1,000 to spend on your cosplay versus someone like me who maybe has 200, you will approach the costume differently. Because for me, you know, mine has been a lot about trying to make the fabric look nicer than it is. Whereas someone who can spend a few £100s on their fabric, they won't have that. But then for them, it will be maybe chasing something else. They'll have something different they have to think about. I think that's another reason why I really don't like it when people come in and say only rich people win cosplay competitions. Because everyone comes into cosplay competitions with their own considerations, right? Just because you've been able to spend a lot of money on a costume doesn't mean you haven't necessarily had to put thousands of hours into it. And just because you haven't been able to spend money on a costume doesn't mean that it's trash. Like, everyone has their own funds and considerations when coming into a costume, and because of that, it's good. You get a wide variety of costumes. You get a lot of different things. You get a lot of different techniques. You get people using unusual materials. It's a really positive thing. But there are always people that like to take it into a negative way and spin it in a way where it's like things that aren't there are there suddenly, and it's like I've pretty much always been one of the cheapest costumes in the competitions that I've entered. I've won. I've won cosplay competitions against people that have spent thousands. And, you know, there have been times where I haven't won. But, like, a lot of it doesn't necessarily come down to the money that you've spent as much as how well you've spent that money. Oh, dear. I think as well, most of the time when people say things like only rich people win cosplay competitions, they probably have never entered a cosplay competition before. Probably it's the same group of people that like to critique people's cosplays online for no particular reason. That's the vibe that I get, at least. I don't know that that's true, but yeah, that's the vibe. Come on. There we are. Yeah. Okay. Back. Next piece. Wings. I think technically, actually, there might be some costume drama going on right now. Actually, when is there not cosplay drama going on? Every now and again, somebody I follow will like or support a post, and I'll find out that there's cosplay drama going on. It's always a shame, but I think at the moment it's about what do you call it? Judging, I think is what the drama's about at the moment. If anyone likes to keep up with cosplay drama. I think most of it's a nothing burger. It's just people being stupid. But that's just me. It is mildly entertaining, but for the most part, it's nothing particularly of any substance. I don't need to apply logic to my statements. True. I can agree with that, you know. Robert, I can agree. Logic and statements, they don't need to go together. Yeah, I think at the moment people are like someone won a cosplay competition and like people are disagreeing that they shouldn't have won or something like that. And yeah, it just feels it feels rude to the judges. It feels rude to the person who did win. Like a lot of the time if you watch cosplay competitions, your favorite won't win, and there's normally a reason. Not that their costume was necessarily bad or anything like that, but it could be something like the winner made their petticoat and the person who you wanted to win didn't. And you'd never see that. Like, when are you going to see that? Unless you look up their skirt, maybe, which I wouldn't recommend. But it can be like as little things as that, and yeah, unless you're in the judge's seat, you won't know. Reason I probably would suck as a cosplay judge though. Like, I'm too sensitive for that stuff. Oh dear, like please agree with my decision. No, it'd even be like it's difficult. I think I'd be quite not so good at it. I admire cosplay judges. I don't think I could do it myself. Maybe with more experience I could. But the thing is, if somebody uses gold in their costume, I'm gonna be blown away. I like gold. No, I think if I was judging for sewing, maybe I could do it. But I think for anything else, okay, sorry, it was getting stuck on something. I just wanted to make sure it didn't actually get stuck. I think for anything else I would struggle. I think I don't have the brain for it. Sewing maybe, nothing else. Maybe we'll work on. Oh no, you're good. Thank you so much for the raid. It was very kind of you. I hope you get some good snacks and like look after yourself. After stream, I always immediately need snacks. I finish stream and then a hunger overtakes me. Nearly every single stream. Speaking of which, I might have a Welsh cake in a minute. I have been snacking on them and they have been lovely. They're very good with tea as well. There's always some kind of cosplay drama going on. It's weird because you'd think like, you know, you'd think everyone would kind of stick together a bit. But no, I'm a snake, then knock out in bed. Snack, okay. Like, hey, you want a snake? I'm not gonna hold it against you, that sounds cool. Nah, enjoy your snacks. Oh, that's it. Oh, nearly a knot, but not quite. Oh dear. Go. And in there. I'm gonna, I think, try and go out the house today. I've been very much staying in the house because I've been kind of not well recently, but I think I'm gonna try and go on a walk after the stream today. Get myself some fresh air. It's a bit colder today. It's cloudy. Good. That's my weather. Oh dear. Plus, if I have like a big one to print later, I could always set the embroidery machine. Actually, no, I probably shouldn't. I probably shouldn't leave the embroidery machine going in the house on its own. It will ruin some piece of fabric that I didn't need it to ruin if I'm not watching it, I think. There we go. Or run out of thread. Probably run out of thread, more likely. I'm quite impressed that we've already managed to get this far in the printing. We've been sequining a bit slower, but like this has been going very fast since I need it done, and it's like it's all ready to be printed. It's pretty good. It's pretty fucking good. There we go. Reminds me. This is gonna sound really silly. I need to gain some weight before I wear this costume to a convention, because unfortunately after having food poisoning I lost some weight and now the costume doesn't fit me quite as well. I need to gain a little bit back so that the costume fits me better, because I'm not altering the costume, because I know as soon as I alter the costume I'll gain the weight back and I'll have to alter it back again. Honestly, it's such a thing with a big costume, especially when it's like corseted and stuff like that. Like, you change size, ooh, suffering. Like, it doesn't matter if you gain or lose weight, you change size at all. Gah. I already had to alter it once because I gained weight from when I started the costume, right? So I had to make a couple of alterations there. And then I was like, good, fine. Well, this shouldn't change too much at this point. And then I lost weight because of food poisoning. and now, if I had not done the alterations in the first place, it would have been fine. But I've done them now. They're in there. I'm not changing it again, and I refuse. Oh dear. Cosplay, eh? Fun. Nah, actually, I really enjoy cosplay. Of course I do. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here. Also, Scott, thank you for the egg. Oh dear. Yes, the having to change things like that. Like, you can't change weight, not since you patterned this costume. Dear. Go. Still here, playing about heck yeah. Very nice. Thank you as well. Very kind of you. I appreciate you liking. Oh dear. I'm gonna have some tea and Welsh cake in a second. Because I've been thinking about food and I am hungry. Right. Let's have a quick tea and Welsh cake break. I mean, we've been streaming for like an hour, right? We can have a tea and Welsh cake break. Nothing wrong with that. Oh dear. The only thing wrong with that is I do need to get some more Welsh cakes. But that's okay. If I go on a walk later, I can pick some more up. It's fine. There we go. The Welsh cakes last forever. I don't know why. Whenever you get them in packets like this, they last for like a month, which feels really odd for like a dessert. But then I guess if we get bad reef, that lasts even longer, so who knows? Who knows? This is the nice thing about the embroidery machine, is it feels like I'm still doing work even though I'm just sat here snacking. Jealous of my Welsh cake? Should be. Delicious. It's like a little flat cake. Very nice. It's very filling as well, so it's really good as a snack. I think you can get them on Amazon though. Can't be level nicest. Rico, I'm a butt. I'm an absolute butt. Why just order again? Like crafty, it's always important to have snacks nearby. You never know when you need them. If it's me, I need them all the time. Snack, yeah. Snack is important, very important. But, yeah, I'm a butt. Where? I can't show you, it's against TOS. So you'll just have to trust me. I don't know why it's doing it in this order suddenly, but you know what? It's fine. You can see it's leaving this interesting gap at the bottom. I think it's the idea that it will come around and then do that bit at the bottom. But it's weird that it doesn't do it first, since it does it a bit on either side. That's what I did on the other side, at least. But, I mean, it looks fine when it's done. It's just a bit odd, you know? There we go. guess I should pick up some other things as well so I don't just have Welsh cakes. But because we've been out the house and I've not been well, I've not got as many snacks as I normally do. I definitely don't really have any savoury snacks right now, which I would like. I like crisps. Oh dear. Oh, and pretzels. Pretzels would be a good one to get. They're very dusty though, so I don't really like eating them while I'm doing hand stitching. Or working with the fabric. Like if I'm doing embroidery machine stuff, sure, I'll eat pretzels. But the dust on them, I don't know. And it's weird because crisps are dusty too, but I feel like the pretzels always shows a lot worse. There we go. Yeah, I'd like to go on a little walk, maybe pick up some snacks. That sounds nice. A little snack run. I wish we had a coffee shop in the area because this is the kind of day where I'd like to go to a coffee shop and just like chill out for a bit, you know? Because I don't know how other people are, but for me, if I'm in the house, I'm crafting or I'm cleaning or I'm cooking. The only time when I'm not is when I'm having like a full-blown migraine and then I'm lying down. But every other time I like to be busy. I like to be busy all the time. So like I find going to a cafe, somewhere where I don't have any of my work stuff, I don't have anything to clean, I don't have any of that, is probably like the most relaxed I ever am. Like it doesn't really matter what the coffee shop is as long as it's somewhere that I can sit down for a while, have a drink and not do anything. The thing is, I also don't have a phone that can really access the internet or do anything, so when I'm sat in a coffee shop, I am cut off. Like I don't have the internet, I don't have my computer, like there is nothing. Just me and my coffee, and I think that's the most relaxed I ever am, probably. Although I do find things like sequining very relaxing, so I think it's the most relaxed I am when I'm not doing a craft. Yeah. We don't have any coffee shops in the area, so it's a bit difficult to go to one. You know, do a bit of a travel to get to one. So I should be getting a new 3D printer in July. It is going to have a built-in camera. Hopefully you have to show... Oh, Vile, that'd be so cool. How many 3D printers do you have right now? Or is it just the one? That'd be really cool as well, just for like speeding up the process of it if you have another one. Because 3D printers, like embroidery machines, are a little bit slow. But I think embroidery machines might be a little faster since it is predominantly flat. Oh dear. I think the hour is the longest one I've done. I think, if I remember correctly, 3D printers take hours and hours a lot of the time for bigger stuff. Days. 3! Heck yeah! Hey, that's your hobby. You get as many as you like. I probably wouldn't stock up on sewing machines because I quite like my sewing machine, but I would definitely stock up on other pieces of equipment. Like something for cutting, a 3D printer myself maybe. I really want a fabric printer, but I know that's like $9 grand at least. Oh dear. But they're all down for a pen. No! No, they all need fixes. Oh god. Sad times. My sewing machines are going to really like it when I send them to the sewing machine spa and get them all cleaned up. I think my embroidery machine will like it especially because there's definitely fluff in there. We've had some problems with the embroidery machine, and so it has created like some dirt inside. It's not dirt, but it's like lint and fluff, and I really don't want the lame lint in there because that's just like a very easy to melt plastic. I don't really want inside the machine. The new printer is about 6 times faster than what I currently have. Heck yeah! So we have to print things much quicker. That's good. Oh, no wonder you wanted a new one. Heck yeah. 6 times faster. That's not to be sniffed at. That's pretty heckin' good. Oh dear. I wonder if other more expensive embroidery machines embroider faster. I know they embroider bigger. I don't think they probably go much faster. It's stupid fast. Heck yeah. Yeah, I was looking at 3D printers at one point, but I just don't think I'd use it enough to need to be a consistent piece of kit. Like I would commission a piece or something like that probably over printing it myself for the most part, just because I don't imagine personally I'd use it that much. But there are other pieces of kit that I know that I'd use a lot of, but they're expensive. So I will not get them yet. Maybe one day. There we go. And all the way down here. There's a lot of twists in my thread. I should probably try to untwist it a of it because it's going to not. I know it. There we go. They have a video printing site normally takes 1.5 hours in under 8. Oh my god. Heck yeah. Well, now I know who to commission. The person with the really, really fast printer. Nah. I can't imagine using anything 3D printed for a while because I'm so fabric orientated here. It'd be a bit out there for now. But one day maybe. Who knows? Ouchie, welcome on in. I hope you're having a good day. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are having a chill day today here. Yeah. So we're doing some sequining. We are having the 3D, I'm gonna call it a 3D printer. It's an embroidery machine. Having the embroidery machine do some work and keeping it real simple. Simple stuff today. I guess simple but time consuming. Yes, that's the vibe today. Simple but time consuming. And it's going really well. And things are printing as they should. And we just need to do the last one. And then this is the second piece of the taller wing done. The taller wing has a lot less extra decoration, but the armor pieces are bigger. Yes, sequins like glitter, but not as bad. Exactly. They're still everywhere, but it's all right. It's manageable. Right, let's get the next piece on there. You can forget that for now. Beep, 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 beep. Bum, ba, ba, da, bum. I always clicked that one by accident. And this one. Move it to the top. Go. Set it to embroidery. Where do we need to start? Around there? Good stuff. The easiest one to line up, honestly. And that up there. And maybe to that there. Oh yeah. Once again, I refuse to adjust the hoop. I'm just gonna push it in. No hoop adjustment here. Can't be asked. Don't want to. Being lazy. Okay, give that a go. See if that's in a straight line. Ooh, it's a little long, but I think it'll be okay. We'll go with it. It's not so long that I'd be worried that I can't beat over the top of it. Yes. Doing well, have a chill morning before I do stream later on. So much for the fantasy forums about no slot. Oh god. Quick question about the sewing machine. How much did that one set you back? The waifu is looking at getting into cosplay at some point, and our sewing machine is old. So my sewing machine, I spent 180 quid on it, but it was originally 360-ish. So what I did was I went into a sewing machine store and I saw if they had the X display models. So I would really recommend, if you're trying to keep your price down, look for X display models. Go on the websites of the brands you're interested in, whether it be Brother, Genome, Singer. Sometimes they'll actually sell second-hand machines through the website, which will all be checked. Or go to a sewing machine repair store, where often they repair old machines and sell them for a fraction of the price. All really good ways of keeping the price down. So that way you get a really, really good machine at a reduced cost. Yes. And I've done that with both my machines. Both my machines I've paid half or less for, which keeps it more accessible. It's good. And a couple of hundred of those, I'd be lazy as well. Oh dear. Yeah, Brother is the brand she's after. It's a lot cheaper than I was expecting. Good thing about X-Display as well, what duly noted exactly. £180 for a machine that would have cost $360, and I've been using it for years and years and years and years. It's been great. So yeah, would recommend. And same with that one. There we go. Yeah, you should never have to pay full price. It takes a bit of patience because you have to wait for a machine to come along that is actually what you're looking for. But if you can be patient, I had a sewing machine before this one. It probably cost about 180 quid as well, but had half the functionality because it was bought at full price, right? Yeah, probably about 160 actually, but you know, around that price. And I was using that up until I bought the new one. Yeah. Because I just kept an eye out for when there were X display models or things in the repair store. And, you know, a lot of the time they weren't exactly what I was looking for, but I just kept waiting and eventually it was. And I bought it straight away. I saw it and I was like, I'm taking it home. And I carried it the whole way home. Although I did get some help after I got off the train. Figure they'd be £500, £700 range. If you're looking at embroidery machines, so the one that's chugging along now, yes, that is starting price for them. But for most sewing machines, you can get an upholstery grade sewing machine for about £160. And, you know, that it won't have all of the extra features, but it will be able to sew through anything. Oh dear. Oh yeah. You definitely don't need all the bells and whistles that I've got, but for me, it's been great. I've enjoyed it a lot. But I have been sewing for a long time anyway. I knew what I wanted. When I was looking at bells and whistles, there were things specifically that I wanted, and I kept an eye out for those. That's why I was so picky with the sewing machine. Cool, yeah. There we go. You doing all right in there? Yeah, that looks good. You're doing heckin' good. Oh, so Matrix, welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. 2 seconds, I really need to blow my nose for some reason. Excuse me. I'm assuming hay fever. Probably. Since it's been sunny the last few days. There we go. Wow, hello. We're having a chill day here today. Just doing some sequining, having the embroidery machine run, do its thing. Nothing too big brain. All small brain jobs, but I'm enjoying them. It's nice. It's nice to have a little relaxing day every now and again. I still feel like I'm working hard. It's just slower work. There we go. Keep going. And after this one's finished printing, we've already printed out then all we needed of that piece, this piece. So we needed it like mirrored, but we also needed 2, because we need it for both sides of the costume. And yeah, it's been going quite good, I would say. I'm pretty impressed. So that's a bad sequin. I can't use that sequin, it's like got a big cut in it. You're off to bed? Oh, fair enough. Yeah, to be fair, Violet, it is very late for you. Get some good sleep. Thank you so much for popping by again. If you guys haven't checked out Bio Mods at this point, what are you doing? They have so many fart sounds, and they make Nerf gun modifications, as well as some other plastics sometimes. I'd say if you like cosplay, you probably end up liking that, to be fair. A big part of cosplay props is alterations of Nerf guns. Jason, welcome on in. I hope you're having a good day. Welcome. There we go. Oh dear. We is having a chill day today, Jason. We is doing some sequining. Got the embroidery machine chugging along. Probably been chugging along all day. Been heckin' nice. Anyways, always so many farts. Listen, it's a channel feature at this point that you have many farts. There's so many fart options. I've never seen a larger array of fart options in a channel. Normally you'd expect 1, maybe 2 if it's especially unique. No. So many. Go. Oh, did you run out of bobbin thread? Oh, but you're literally nearly finished. Listen, I'm gonna be cheeky and to see if I can get you to finish this. It's not gonna like this at all, but it's so close. It's like less than 100 stitches left. Oh no, it doesn't like it, does it? Okay, that's fine. Whatever. Yeah, it feels like it's, unhappy at the back. I should have just let it. Damn it. Fortunately, it is only the back, but the front looks okay. The back, bit of a mess. But that'll all be sewn down anyway, so you shouldn't see it, hopefully. I'm not too worried about cutting it as well because it's all gonna get glued. Okay. Look how close it was to finishing it though, you can't blame me. was so close. Oh dear. Anyways, to bed. Heck yeah, there might be more farts. Oh my god. Oh my god, even more? Wow. You know what? You had plenty of thread left on you, and you did not need to do that knotting. Look at all that. You had so much thread. Alright, machine. That was a little bit cheeky of you there. Even you have to admit, that was a bit cheeky. Do that to my fabric, but also to pretend like you didn't have any bobbin thread. And you absolutely did. Do that. Trim that off there. Oh! Ah, shoot. Okay, that's fine. It's alright. I'll need those sequins eventually. Maybe not on my desk right now, but like, one day I'll need those on my desk. How did it even happen? Did I just put... Oh, whatever. I'm not sure. So this morning I went to the Apple store for tech support appointment and I forgot my Apple name is Jason Pig. And instead of my actual name, oh god! Oh no, oh no. I've had that kind of stuff happen before. When I've got like an old email address on it or something like that. Always a bit embarrassing. Excuse me. Hiccups. There we go. That's a nice full bobbin. That's filled properly that time as well. I will need to get some top thread in a bit, but that's okay. We'll keep using it for now. He doesn't exactly have a lot more left to do on this one. There we go. Come on. Oh, no, not that one. Bad thread. So then they took my name, they couldn't see it, so they put it on through there. I was like, ah. Apple sucks, does it? I've never owned Apple stuff. It always seemed useful if you already had Apple products, but since I never had any Apple products, I was just like, eh. And again, I don't need particularly high-tech things. I'm a simple bean. Give me a sewing machine. I'm all happy. Okay. Right. You were a colossal butt, but we'll forgive you if you do some good sewing. Okay? Do good sewing and be forgiven. Oh dear. It's gonna finish in a second. See? This is what I mean when I was like, you really don't need... But whatever. Whatever. It did help stitch down this bit at the back, which was a bit messy. Went between mucky and messy and almost said monkey. Oh dear, there we go. Not the cleanest finish, but it'll be fine. We'll be beading over it all anyway, so I'm not too worried. Right, what's the next piece? Let's have a look. So, we have done a lot of the pieces that are in this folder right now. We've done all the pieces for the first wings. So all this is done. That's done. That's done. All done. Done. Okay, so it must be this piece next. I actually will need to look at the design to see how this bit goes together because it's very unusual. I do have the designs like here so that I can look at them and how they're meant to fit together. Because yeah, this is this one. So it's got some unusual cut-off parts, but I think it's okay because it's all flat the whole way up. So this is a bit of a weird one, honestly. I'll leave that up there, but we'll start with this. It's all one colour, which is nice. Should take about 10 minutes. Okay, that's not too bad. I kind of thought it'd take a bit longer than that. I mean, 10 minutes for one, but who knows how many for all of them. Is this a piece that I had intended to use for this? I don't know. I don't know what that piece is for. This, however, I do know was intended for this. There we go. Very good, very good. And get that up there, get my glue in. Washing all these out will be fun again. I'm gonna have to, last time I got like a not kitchen, tablecloth, put it down in the hallway and dried them all on there. Because I wasn't sure where to dry them. Because there's so many, and they're quite large. Like, comparatively to some people's armor pieces, I suppose they're not very big, but for me, they're quite large, and I don't really have a lot of house space. My house space is, it's either taken up with costume stuff or it's small. Oh dear. That's okay though. We manage. That in there. And in there. Make sure it's not folded in there as well. Shouldn't be. It's only a small piece. And... oh. The fact that it's difficult to push these hoops in even when there's no embroidery to push over, testament that I should be changing my hoops. But that's okay. I'm not going to. Never change them. Right, I'm going to keep the top thread there for now. It is very short, so it might run out, but that's okay. We'll live with it. If it does, I've got others on my other desk, so it should be okay. Also, did I have the sequin just hanging on here? Oh no, that's not good. Right, just a couple more sequins until all the ones are on this piece, and then we can do the next scale. 3 scales per side. Oh, okay. Also, that's a weird noise from my sewing machine to make. Beads falling over, that's why. There we go. This is a really unusual piece. I think this is one of the bits where I copied it, like I could see it enough that I could copy it directly from the design, because it looks really odd and there's like no real theme to it. Did you forget that I existed again? Did you forget? Again? Yes. Stay. There we go. Get that piece underneath there. I don't know if I want to use the excess thread on this one because it's not very much. So I might just put it through there. Yeah. We'll tie that off and we'll start on the next one. Yeah, we're doing a good job though. With 2 out of 3 down for one side. Fortunately, there are not too many red scales because sequining and beading them all will take a while, but I think in that way it's nice to have the extra decoration on them because they're rare. We don't have many of them in this costume, you know? Ooh. There we go. So that didn't seem quite right. There's extra thread there. Sorry, we noticed we got rid of it. 2. So they look really, really like they're surrounded with like metal, but they've still got that like indent that matches onto the rest of them. So they've got the indent and then they're surrounded by metal. Heck yeah. Very cool. I like them a lot. Right, another big one. I should probably have some drink so that I don't dehydrate. I'll just pop my needle in there. The top of this one has been popped because it's only been used for hand stitching. I've been putting the needle in there. That. Did I get stuck in here again? I swear. Jenny. Stop getting thread in your drink. Oh my god. Actually, you know what? I don't really want to listen to The Sims today. I listened to The Sims yesterday and the day before. I want to listen to something else, not The Sims. I will listen to Open Hexagon. Plus, I think it'll go well with the sound of the embroidery machine. Heck yeah. Is it if you have accidentally eaten some thread? I wonder how much thread I have digested in my life. The amount of times it's ended up in my tea or something like that, and I'm always like, oh, what's this? Thread, again, and it's all over my house as well, so it gets everywhere. Like, you think sequins are bad. Have you met thread? Thread, oh, it's a pain in the ass. It gets everywhere. It's difficult to hoover up. It gets matted into your carpet. Nah. Noodles. No noodles yet. No noodles yet. It is not yet noodle time. Maybe later. You ever met Fred? Oh no, I'll have to introduce you. Oh dear. Have you really painted models? Have you ever dunked your brush in your drink and tried to drink your brush water? Oh my god. I don't even paint models. I barely paint at all when I've done that. The amount of times I've gone to drink my brush water because I'm just used to it being like near me like a drink. So I'm like, ah yes, this is the one. But no. That is very toxic. go. Up and under there. And round we go again. We just keep going round and round and round and round with these. A long job, but it's nice. I have put a wet end. Oh, I've done that too. I put ink in my mouth too. That was really nasty. Like putting the wrong end of stuff like that in your mouth, and it's like, oh, what? Oh no. Depending on what you do as well, it can like really sting your mouth. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh dear. Okay. And all the way around. I know for a lot of people this would be quite a boring job, but there's just something about it that's like very comforting. Like you don't have to think. It's repetitive, it's sparkly. I really like it. And having the whir of the machine in the background as well, it's just really nice. I like it a lot. It makes me very happy. Little machine whirs, and then simple sewing. And I feel really productive because in all of these bits, they take an hour or so to sequin either side, but like they do get finished relatively quickly, and it's nice. It's nice to finish things. There we go. I stained my fingers when developing film. That doesn't surprise me. It does not surprise me. We always wore gloves and had to be really careful with the dark room kind of stuff. But yeah, it was always messy. I guess the issue was probably that there was like 20 people trying to do stuff in one small dark room. Yeah. There we go. Ah, how are you doing over there? You doing a good sewing? Looks like it. My god, we are... Probably doesn't feel like it because we're taking it at a very leisurely pace, but this is zooming. Absolutely zooming today. I stopped using gloves because it was all powdery. Now I only use gloves when I commit a crime. Oh, okay. Oh dear. You know, at work people always tell me that I'd be a really good criminal because I don't have a fingerprint. I can't use the fingerprint lockers and stuff like that because I don't have I have a fingerprint, but it registers as an inanimate object, so it doesn't register as a finger because there's not enough of a print there. But I think it'd actually be the opposite. Because I have a very distinct fingerprint because lots of it is missing, I'd probably be really easy to identify by fingerprint, right? Oh dear. It'd be the person who, you know, is missing half of it. That's gonna be me. Oh dear. Should just even bat an eye at that comment. I'm used to it at this point. So now I've been streaming for 2 years. It's whatever. Once upon a time I would have tried to convince you not to commit criminal activities, but now, listen, if you do them, I'm not involved and I don't endorse it, but it's your life. Oh dear. I actually come down harder a lot on people for cosplay related stuff than I think I do anything else. The unspoken rule of there are other cosplayers in chat, so saying things like I'm the best cosplayer or I'm the best cosplayer on Twitch and stuff like that, instantly deleted, because a lot of cosplayers hang out here, and one, it's not true, but two, it's disrespectful to every other crafter. We come down harder on that than literal criminal activities. Take from that what you will. Ah, dear. Oh, we also come down hard on duck egg, which is... Well, I go down hard on duck egg, then again, criminal activities. I don't know. It's just how streaming goes, I suppose. There we go. Oh, my mouth hurts from smiling. I've had a really good week, all things considered. I've had a lot of happy stuff happen this week. It's been really good. But now, because I've been smiling a lot, my mouth hurts. Because normally I'm like sitting watching videos, but like other than yesterday where I had spent a lot of time in bed, like I've had a really nice week. Things have been good. Before CDC7. What's before CDC7? What is that, Jason? Thank you for the 100 bits. It's very kind of you, but what is it? Cosplay should be about having fun. Exactly. It's literally got play in the title. Fun stuff. And I think most of the time it comes from a place of meaning well. A lot of the comments there. just because I want this to be inclusive to other cosplayers as well. Can't be having any of that. The duck egg. Oh, that's the hex code for duck egg? If anybody uses it, watching you. Very bannable. Very bannable. What was the meme? Submissive and breedable. That was the meme. Chat, you're looking submissive and bannable. Not breedable, but definitely bannable. Oh. There we go. Oh yeah. You're nearly finished. You nearly finished the first one already. That's such a good job. Well done. And with no problems that I can see. Heck yeah. Good job, machine. Look at you. You feel submissive and bannable? Nice. That's how I would describe Twitter. Submissive. Oh dear. Right. Let's move this. I think I need yellow for the next one. Oh, the yellow gold. Not yellow. It's still gold. It's just a different gold. So I'll have to change my top thread. Oh, I love this one. Submissive, breedable, and bannable. Oh my god. We're adding. Oh dear. Right, this is the one we need. I am going to move it all the way to the top. And where does it start? Perfect! Good job, past jelly. That's a good start. Oh dear. Very little of that thread left. I will probably run to the other desk quickly and grab the other one because I think we'll run. I have a feeling we will run out soon. Just, you know, don't know what's making me think that. But I got 4 other spools, so we'll be fine. We've got like 1,000 meters on them or something. I don't know. Quite a lot. That's the thing as well. Embroidery threads are cheaper. The ones that I get at least are cheaper than my sewing threads. Because these are about £2.50 for 1,000 meters. Actually, I think they were less. I think I got them on sale. I think they were like £1.60 for 1,000 meters. For 100 meters, it's £2 for my regular sewing threads. So this does end up a lot cheaper. Right, let's put that in there. And put that in there. Squeeze that in there. Semi against its will, but it's going. And then... And that's all good. That's all good. Oh no, oh no. Not correct. That's okay. It happens. It's too low down. That's okay. But I will say that being in a straight line, yes, it is in a straight line. But it's too low. So let's put that there. I just need to do the same thing but take it a bit further up. There you go. Hopefully that should do it. That is the first time we've had to put the hoop in, line it up, I suppose. So we've done really good. And it was only a little bit out, but I would have noticed that, so. Let's try this. Is this better? Please. Yes, that is better. Good stuff. Yeah, it just took a little bit of submissive, breedable, bannable, and adorable. Oh my god, so what's that? SBBA? Oh god. Adding describing words. Oh dear. There you are. So I just needed to go a few times. It's going to be 3 minutes and then I'll have to change it again. But it is a reasonable sized yellow space this time. So I can leave it without having to just watch it. Yeah, this one's a really odd one. They're all kind of odd on this wing, I think. This wing in particular created a lot of really unusual shapes for us to design with. But that's part of the fun of cosplay. I don't mind that too much. circle was difficult. I struggled with that. And then digitizing a circle as well. Don't like circles. Circles are a pain. It's a really weird width as well on this one because the width gets much smaller at parts, which I don't normally do. I like to keep quite a thick width. But in this particular one, I think that's what it showed on the costume, so that's what I did. Good though. I also know the last piece for this one is really small comparatively to the others. So these take like, 10-15 minutes each. The last one's going to be like 5, I think. What if I should apply for this maintenance apprenticeship? I mean, why not? Do you want to go into maintenance? There's probably consistent work in maintenance. And I think it pays all right. Plus, getting more training is never a bad thing. A schmafty smelly fish, Sonny! Welcome on in, I hope you're having a good day. Welcome, welcome. We are having a chill day here today. Not too much, we're relaxing. Doing relaxing work. Doing stuff with the embroidery scene. It's good. I like chill too. Sometimes we've got so much going on with this cosplay, sometimes it's nice to just take it slow. Work on something consistent that you just do the same thing over and over like this. And let the costume make itself. Oh dear. No, it's nice. This is good work. I should say as well, I'm not going to be streaming tomorrow just because I need to take at least one day off a week. Even though technically I probably could stream tomorrow because I work weekends. If I don't take a day off during the week, I just go and go and go and go. And that's no good. I'm going to take days. So I'm going to take tomorrow off so I won't be streaming and then hopefully back on Friday. Tis the plan. Maybe I'll take myself out for coffee tomorrow. Who knows? I feel like I deserve a coffee. There you go. I'd get a wine allowance and wine discounts. Do you drink wine? Oh dear. The red is so beautiful, almost brassy. It is. It's got gold, so it's red but with gold in it, so when it hits the light it still looks kind of goldy. It's perfect for this costume because it needs to be red but like with the gold undertones. It's really nice. Like, because of course so much of this costume is gold, just having it be plain red would probably stand out a little bit. No, but a lot of my family does. Oh, so it'd be like good for gifts kind of thing. That's fair. Right, let's wind this one back up. I'm covered in thread. I don't know how this has happened. Got so much thread on me. Oh dear. There we go. Let me as well just run over to the other desk once I've threaded this and grab the other spool. I'll only take one for now. There's 4 on the other desk, but I don't want to bring spools over that I'm not using because I'll just lose them if they come over here. So, oh yeah, not in the machine. There you go. And there you go. Let's force it through. And go. Oh, right. I get another spool because that top one's going to run out soon. Very nice, very nice. There. We are never without thread. There we go. A really odd shape it's doing right now, but hey, if that's what I needed, that's what I needed. Heck yeah. Honestly, the super hexagon stuff is just great. It's so good. Such a good OST. There we go. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to beat this one. Now I'm looking at it, I'm like, it's kind of weird, but I guess I could beat around the circle, maybe add some stuff around there. That might look good. It kind of tie it to the dress, I suppose, if I did that as well, because there was some circle stuff on the dress that I beaded around with some bigger beads. Maybe I'll do that here too. Continuity in the cosplay. getting it to the point where all the armor pieces have been individually beaded so we can start to put them together on the wings. Because what I want to do is add them to the wings and then start decorating off of the armor pieces onto the rest of the wing. So like using more purple beads and sequins and maybe some of the other smaller sequins as well to like attach them all together. I think it's going to look really, really cool. Really, really cool. I'd also like to add some more purple sequins to the dress. But that is, I don't need to do that, and I think better to see the whole costume together and see if it needs anything else added, but I would like to do that, that's for sure. There's some places I'd really like to add some purple sequins. I'd also like to have some kind of tie connecting the arm to the dress, so like hanging with beads or something. I'm looking into that because it might be a bit easily damaged, and I don't want, like for instance, if I was to put my arms out suddenly, would it get damaged? I'm not sure. But it's something I have in my mind that I would kind of like. Thing is, I could always unclip them when I'm walking around regularly and maybe clip them for photos, I suppose. Ooh, you're starting in a weird place too, but you know what, I can't fault you this time because this is the first time you're doing this. There we go. Ooh, we need to go on this side. There you go. This piece. That's the piece we just did. This is the piece we're doing now. I've also got them all labeled so I know the order they're meant to go in, because otherwise, like, it's really difficult to tell, like, this is meant to be 1 and this is 2. So this one, like, bounces up to there so it, like, stands off it a bit more. But, like, how am I meant to do it? I wouldn't remember. Absolutely not. So I got that one there. I could do 3.1 as well, just so that later on I remember. Otherwise I would forget. 100% I would forget. Go. How are you doing up there? You've still got some thread left. What do you guys think? Do you think you'll need more thread doing this one or doing the next embroidery? Halfway through this one, so it might be okay. I don't really like changing the top thread halfway through, to be honest, because you can kind of see that one. The bobbin's a lot more subtle, but the top thread you can kind of tell when it's been changed. I think we've only had to do it once or twice as well. Excuse me. Throughout the whole project, so we've been pretty lucky with it not having to do it too often. Okay. You have to excuse me, I got a bit of a frog in my throat. Excuse me. Oh dear. There we go. Weird shape, but you're good. Oh yeah. A toad, if you will. Yeah. Yeah. Little toad stuck in my throat. Won't come out. I'm having deja vu. Whoa! Oh! I don't get deja vu very often anymore. But every now and again I get it. I don't really like the feeling of deja vu. It makes it, oh. No, it doesn't make me happy, that's for sure. Mm-mm. Oh dear. Thing is, I could very well just be remembering having done this before, I feel like, because I have done this a lot. I literally just finished another one, and I had the machine on the background. No. Sonny, how dare you give me deja vu. Also, Tisa, welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. We're having a chill day today. Working on some more relaxing stuff because I am still recovering from migraine and I want relaxing work. Yes. But actually, we've been a lot more, what's the word? Productive than I thought we would. I didn't even think we'd get onto the next one, let alone do several of them. So we are doing very, very well. Yes, but toads. But deja vu. Oh dear. Now maybe I should thank you. I don't get deja vu very often, so I don't know how you triggered it, but there you are. There we go. Yeah, this is the way it gets really, really small, and then comes back out again. Again, I've not done that anywhere else in the costume, so I hope it doesn't look too bad. DJ Toad. Oh dear. You You know, anytime I think of DJ, I now automatically think of Final Fantasy IX. I can't get away from that curse. That's with me forever, I think. Oh, I mean, it's not a bad thing to be thinking of Final Fantasy IX, I suppose, because I do really like the franchise. But I can't afford to be doing any speedruns right now. I've got to finish this costume. I can't just do a Final Fantasy speedrun. No. Oh dear. How are you doing up there? Oh, you're getting low on thread. Thing is, the embroidery machine really does use a lot of bobbin thread. Not so much top thread, but getting close there. Go. And do that. You guys can't see the thread. Maybe I should show you. There it is. You see how little we have left? Oh dear. Now it's really in my personal space. God damn it. That's alright. We can manage. We can manage. Yeah, it's you can see the same. Yeah, oh my god, yeah, you can see the same thing that I see, which is a thread left. I got another spool, but I just don't want to change it before the end of the piece. There we go. And down there. Oh. Thing is, if I remember correctly, before it actually runs out, it will tell me that it's about to run out. Because a lot of people do leave their embroidery machines kind of far away from them, so they, you know, can't really see what's going on at any given time. But it'd be cool if it did just get to the end. It's really close. Oh dear. Crossing all fingers, me too. I want to do the top stitch change. It doesn't look that bad, but it's noticeable. And meanwhile, my hand stitching stuff has decided that now is the time that it needs attention. Oh yeah? You weren't getting all the attention, so you had to act up? Is that it? There you go. Okay, how many stitches left? About 100. I think I can do 100 stitches. I'm pretty confident in that. Attention. Attention. Ooh, there we go. Well done, machine. Alright. Let's change some stuff around quickly. Oh yeah. Get rid of that. Put that to one side because I can use it for hand stitching, but not for the machine. Yay! Yay! We made it. Now we get a fresh new one. Heck yeah. Very nice. Oh yeah. Where's the end? There it is. That'll keep us going for a while. And down to there. Gotta be careful because my hand wants to pull it out again. Okay. And okay. And then back. Into a new one. Again, this one's really, really small, so it probably won't take more than a few minutes, I don't think. As long as I can line it up okay. There we go. Where is it? This one. Move it all the way to the top. That is how I've done this one, isn't it? Yes. Okay. Make sure I'm not making it up. So it's 4 minutes long. That's kind of what I expected. Where does it start? There, yeah? Down there. And put that in there. And then get that in here like so. Come on. Work with me, hoop. There you are. Get that in there like that. that tension out. Go there. And then pretty good. Okay. Give that a go, see if that lines up okay. Hopefully it should. Might be a bit to one side. I think that'd be okay. Manageable. Woohoo! Woohoo! Heck yeah! Oh heck! Create! For half a year? Thank you so much! Oh my god, you've been spinning a while. You gotta look after yourself. Thank you so much, Create. It's very heckin' kind of you. Welcome on in as well. I hope you're doing well. We are heckin' sequining and letting our machine do a lot of work for us today. Heck yeah! No, thank you. Very heckin' kind. Oh dear. Wow. Good, just in work at the moment. Fair enough. I hope work's going well for you. We're taking it chill today. Lots of slow jobs. And we're letting the embroidery machine do a lot of work for us. It's a jam, right, Miku? Super hexagon and what's this one? This one's not super hexagon, it's open hexagon. They're like bops. Big bops. Very nice. Thing is, this is the kind of music I actually really like. Just in general. Like kind of synthesized with a heavy beat. Like I like that a lot. It's just music that I like. And through there. One more for the top. And then we'll get some new thread, go up the other side, and then do the other side. The back. Do you open jelly stream in public? I mean, they bring up a fair point. So jam, so jam. Oh, there you go. Tie that off. More thread is needed, and then we got the other side. The reason I'm doing it like this and taking each side to the center, I can show you one that's already been done. So the sequins have like an order to them, and by taking them to the center, the order remains the same going up to there and then changes to the opposite. So it's kind of like going up that way, and meeting in the middle. It's a really small detail, but it makes me happy. Oh dear, it's so cool, heck yeah. I love the sewing machine jam. Oh, this one's nearly finished as well. I can nearly get the sewing machine set up for another one of this. Oh. Right. Now let's go up the other side. I'm gonna grab some thread. I think it's all finished while I'm grabbing the thread, but that's okay. That's okay. We let it do its thing. Yeah, I went a little bit off at the end, but it's like so subtle. Once I beat it, you won't see that. Better to have it so that it's the right length in this case. There we go. Like raspberry. Raspberry is pretty damn good. Raspberry is one of my favorite. I like raspberry with the like not smooth. Raspberry that's not smooth jam. Yes. That's how I like my jam. Oh dear, I never liked thread jams. Understandable. There we go. Right. Needle can, for now, just pop it in there. We'll come back to that. And get this one out. So this is what I mean when I said this is a really weird piece. But if I put that there and put this one next to it. So this was our original design. Our design was done on paper. I did all the patterns like that. And then I copied them into the computer, drew up the design, digitized it. So this was our original, and this is where we're at now. It's pretty cool, right? Like seeing it come together like this, I think it's pretty satisfying. Yeah, there's gonna be some minor changes in it because, you know, hand drawing to computer digitizing is a little different, but for the most part, you can see it's about the same, I'd say. There we go. That behind. And get the fabric out again. That's the one. And put it all the way to the bottom. I need to put some sticky in it too. Ah, how are we doing? Oh my god, we're doing really well for time. I was like, you know, we've got nearly 4. How many have we printed? We printed 3 so far, haven't we? This will be the 4th. I think 4. Wow. Wow. Zooming. It has felt like we're zooming though. It felt like we've been going really fast. It was a good thing. Oh, I put it on the wrong piece. Silly me. This is meant to go on here. And that happens to the best of us. And move that around so that I can move it down a little bit more. There you go. Good. Put that in there. And in there. And then make sure it's nice and tight. There you go, that looks good. Just re-push everything in. There we go. Nice. We just have to do the same piece again now. So, like I said, 2 for each side. Okay. And go back in again. I like 0 berry. Oh, wow. You didn't take me out to dinner for that. Oh, damn it. And across to where we are here. Set that. I will move it. The bottom, yeah. Just so I don't get stuck at the top because it's a bit shorter, this one. And that should be good to go. 10 minutes. Nice. Look at us speeding. Oh dear. I think it's the doing 2 of each that gets to me sometimes. Like, I get confused because I assume that I only have to do 1 of each one, but like, no, I do need to do 2 of each so that they fold over nicely. Join up to the opposite one. Honestly, it's been going pretty good. And all the ones we've done so far have lined up pretty well. Like, we did the same thing with, let's look at the bigger one here, for example. Like these ones. Like, look how well they lined up. Like, of course, the beading definitely helps them appear more lined up, but like, they lined up so well. Because this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is 8 separate embroideries. And they make like the kind of shape as well. And yeah, they line up really, really good. I'm very pleased with how a lot of these have been lining up. Considering how many embroideries and often I've made out of as well. It's been really good. Ah. A woo. Oh, damn it. Your woos at the back. What's happening here? There we go. Okay. Sequin's just getting a bit confused of where to lie. That's alright. I know I'm kind of out of camera a lot, but I'm slouching, I'm sitting comfortably, getting my work done. I try and keep the sewing at least in camera. But, to be fair, if I'm doing that, I should sit forward anyway, but I don't know, we all have our like relaxed slouching sewing positions. Maybe if I bring my stool in. There you go, now even I slouch you can see me. Oh my god, Magpie! Welcome on in, how are you doing? How was your stream? I did that last time, Robert. For some reason it didn't work, but I appreciate it anyway. I tried to copy it from this before. I don't know why it didn't work. Let's try again. Did it work? Yay! That's how I did. Magpie, how is your stream? Welcome on in. What kind of stuff are you making today? We're having a very chill stream today, where we have the embroidery machine running and, getting some stuff printed for us, and we're sequining along with it. So I'm still doing something, but I'm taking it pretty chill. Nothing too intense today, that's for sure. There we go. Under there. And as you can kind of see, we've been adding sequins, and they look, very, very shiny, like little metal pieces around the scales. In fact, with these ones, we will have to be a bit careful because they do hang off the costume. And although they are just sequins, they can definitely catch on things, so... But then I'll have to be careful with the wings anyway because they're so big, so I think we'll be okay. What's happening here? There you go. That was weird. Go. Oh dear. Underneath there, and down there, and up there. Nice. going really well as well. I mean, it's the same one we just did, so I'm pretty confident it'll be okay. That's the one positive about repeating the designs. Is once you get it right the first time, you can just do it again and again and again. We don't need it that many times, but it does give you some confidence that it'll probably be okay. I was thinking about it, and I think these are actually the last armor pieces we'll be printing. And not that we'll stop printing on the embroidery machine, but I'm pretty sure these are the last armor pieces we're printing. So we won't actually be doing that much more gold printing on there. Almost a shame, but it's good to be getting it done. A lot of chasing a dog who I need to take for a walk now, but we were attempting to diamond paint. Oh, bless you. Yeah, if you need to head out, if you've got a doggo demanding attention, please go give the doggo attention. But thank you so much for the raid. I'm glad your stream went well. Oh, dear. Oh, I love dogs. Dogs are heckin' good beans. Sometimes people bring dogs into where we work, and it's always a good heckin' day. Very nice. Ooh. Every now and again as well, the music and the embroidery machine feel like they line up. It's pretty good. Oh yeah. There we go. It's kind of cool as well, so there's no reason for me to be doing this, but I've done it a few times. Where like, I'll look at the embroidery machine time and it'll say like, okay, 10 minutes to do this embroidery. And I'm like, cool, I've added no sequins at this point. Let me see how many sequins I can add in 10 minutes. Off stream, I know I can do 5 to 6 sequins a minute. But on stream, I think I'm a bit slower. How you doing, Lassie? Oh, it's welcome on in. I'm doing good, thank you. How are you? I hope you're doing well. She's a sweet baby, but needy as heck. Yeah, that sounds sweet. Heck yeah. A sweet needy baby. Oh dear. Yeah, well, at work last weekend they got to pet her. I don't know what you call it, but it was like a poodle mixed with a spaniel. They came into the store and I was like, can I pet your dog? Please. I know I'm a bra fitter, but can I pet your dog? And they were like, yes. They're 1 year old and they're sweet bean and they were so excited. Also, Morag, you're welcome on in. I hope you're having a good day. And thank you for the DJ odds. Talking about dogs. I love dogs. I've never had a dog myself. One day. We've never really lived anywhere that's appropriate for a dog, to be fair. Like you need like a garden and stuff like that. Or like a proper garden that maybe only you own. Oh dear. One day. I would love to own a dog. Have a dog join the family. Heck yeah. Okay. Oh, I need more sequins. Because I'm like racing my machine. And I am definitely going slower than I do off stream, but I kind of do that already. Like most crafts, they're just a bit quicker. You know, off stream than on stream because you're not multitasking things as much. I don't know, I feel like I'm keeping a pretty good pace. It's definitely not slow. And it's neat, which is important. When I full craft room, I'm definitely getting an embroidery machine. They're very heckin' fun. They're expensive and they're finicky. They're just as finicky as a sewing machine. But when they're working, they're a good bean. If we got a dog, our cat would divorce us. Ah. That's fair. Understandable. Listen, the family you already have is the priority. Oh dear. Oh. There we go. At the end. Yeah, we've had hamsters before. And like, they've been really, really sweet. The hamsters we've had have been really, really sweet. But then we let them like run around a lot. So like, they were very exercised hamsters. And we used to like make mazes for them with treats in them and stuff like that. And they were really, really sweet. And I never got bitten by them or anything. They were just happy little beans. But we like walks and stuff like that. So I think a dog would be a bit better for our household. They can join on the walks. It'd be good. We finished the super hexagon. I'm gonna see what other ones we've got that are like a full playlist, because as much as I like the Rhythm Heather ones, they keep repeating the same ones. I want something different. We could do this one. There. Yeah, this one. This is a good one. This is a good one. Ah, dear Sunkoi, hello! How are you doing? I hope you're having a good day. Did I not click play? I didn't. I thought it was very quiet. I was like, oh, it's a bit louder than that. Oh dear, Sneakers look suitably shiny as always. Thank you. How are you doing? How's your day going? We're having a chill day here. We're doing like simple work, just adding sequins and having the embroidery machine print out some of the last piece of armor we're doing. It definitely feels more like the end of the costume, knowing that once we finish the set that's on there, like that's already loaded into the machine, that's all the armor we've got. There's no more armor after that point, which feels very crazy. Like we've done so much armor for this. The idea that there isn't that much left, weird. Like, why does the moment I end stream she goes and lays down all quiet? Even though I haven't left the desk, she knows. She just knows. That's how dogs are, right? Very exciting. Yeah, very exciting. It's weird because like it feels like it shouldn't be that close to being done. If that makes sense, like it feels like there must be so much more to do. But you know, while the bits we are doing do take a while, it's not actually that much. I don't know. A lot does depend on whether or not I do the cape, which I am very up in the air about. I don't know if I'm doing the cape. But if not, then we just have to finish these bits for the wings, and then, oh, let's see, how many sequins did I do? I'm gonna count that one. In 10 minutes on stream, I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. 25, so not so good. That is like, what, 2, oh god, 2 and a bit sequins a minute. It's quite slow. Off stream I'm a lot faster, but that's okay. It's kind of what you expect, I suppose. She always knows. She always knows. My dad had a hamster that nicked the ham out of his sandwich he was about to eat, and I learned they are omnivores. Yes. Oh my god. Our hamster did stuff like that. They were good beans, but they were speedy. Such speed. I don't know. So normally off stream I can do 5 to 6 sequins per minute. I sequin at the pace of 5 to 6 sequins a minute. But yeah, on stream it's a lot slower. Like that's like a third of the speed that I would normally be going at. I get into a real groove of it off stream though, when it's like dead silent. But it's more fun to do them on stream, even if it's slower. No, it's not gonna go through. And under there. Alright, let's line it up again like we did before. So we just need to put it on the next one. Okay. Let it load. And then we'll move it up. And then we'll have done both. Oh no, it's 3 pieces. I forget the last piece because the last piece is so small. We'll be closer to finishing it, but not quite. Okay, set. And we'll move this all the way to the top. And then get it to put these back so that I can line this one up. And get that in there. Push that in. Oh yeah. Make sure it's not folded over. It's not. And just make sure we get some of the extra fabric pulled out of there. How's your costume coming along, Suncore? You're doing a crafting session a bit later maybe, right? Good. Nice. Good lineup. I don't know why that popped up, but that's okay. Oh, thank you. Yeah, take care, Magpie. Thank you so much for the raid. But yeah, look after yourself. Get your snacks. If you need to go walk the doggo, go walk the doggo. casting optimized button lock speed. Exactly. And honestly, this is a really nice balance. Like setting that up to do some work while I do some sequining. Hopefully going to get the last of the tail scales done. I feel like I say this so often. I feel it. Every time I'm like, we're working with scales again. And we're doing some more scales. You guys love scales, right? I hope you do, because that's all we're doing. Oh dear. Every time you think you finished the scales, oh wait, there's more. Even on the tail, I'm going to be adding some like special scales. They're not going to be a really difficult part, but we'll be making some like unusual shape scales and sequining the outside of them similar to this, and then adding them on. But I'll be doing that down the road because I'm not doing it yet. At some point I shall do that. I still need to make the chain for the tail as well, but I'll probably do that when I'm cutting out other things. I'll do that all in one day. I also can't decide whether I want to cover the chain in fabric or not, because with foam you can just glue fabric over the top of it. I'm tempted. To be honest, I'm tempted. But I don't know. I'm tempted to do it just so that it still looks sewn, but there's not really any reason to do that. I don't think it would make it look better. I don't want to do it anyway. Sounds fun. I don't find it as fun as sewing. Like foam work is smelly and sticky. And it's like not my favorite part of costume for that reason. The other thing is that a lot of the time I can't do it because there's like knives and stuff involved. So I have to catch myself on a good day. And when I do catch myself a good day, I'll probably do a lot of it then in one go, so that I don't have to worry about having another good day to do it again. Because yeah, most of the stuff that you use for foam is a bit difficult if you can't see or have bad perception. Yeah. Cthulhu, welcome on in. I hope you're having a good day. Oh dear, we are having a chill day here today. Chilling through it all. Oh dear. This is... Something's a bit off about it, but it's okay. It's okay. We're managing. Oh dear. No. Nice chill stream. Nothing stressful. Just crafting at our own speed. Doing some sequining. Getting some stuff printed. I say crafting at our own speed. We've been so productive today, my god. Wow, we've done so well. But definitely, we're trying to craft at our own speed. Even if that speed happens to be quite fast. Very fair. I feel like it's going to be fun, but so messy. Yeah. There's like a few reasons it's not my favorite, but like it's always like personal reasons, isn't it? Like the same reason some people dislike sewing would be the reason that I dislike foam. I can do it, and I have done it in the past. I actually really like foam clay. Foam clay I've had a lot of fun with. Out of all the things to do with foam, I really like foam clay. But the other elements are not my favorite. Oh, plus I think I'd need to get some more contact cement because I'm pretty sure I've accidentally cemented shut my old contact cement. I don't think I'm getting into that part anytime soon. I mean, it's not extortionately expensive, but I would have to get some more. I don't know. I'll see how I feel. It's not a priority for me anyway, but we'll see. We'll see. Trim that off. Ooh, no. Trim it off. There you go. Ooh. Nearly got stuck in the machine. Not me, but the thread. That would have looked very messy, honestly. There we go. That's better. Okay. Did I just catch my thumb? Maybe, but it seems to be okay. That's alright. We are. I like this piece. I don't know, it's a little bit more intense looking. As much as it's weird, because it doesn't really fit the rest of the armor we've done, I kind of like it. I don't know. That's probably why I designed it like that, because I kind of liked it then as well. I kind of like that it's a little different, that it's got the thinner areas and stuff like that. I don't know. It's kind of interesting. be fair, I'm gonna have to do some foam work if I want to make the trident as I imagine it. But I think a lot of it will be like wood burning the foam, which is kind of what's making me nervous. I'm quite happy to wood burn foam. That's not the problem. The problem is being well enough to wood burn foam. But what I want to do is like have like kind of a stone-ish look in it. Even though I don't think it's made of stone, I want the texture like it has been made of stone. Like a very, very textured foam, which would be really fun to put in with a wood burn. That would be fun. I would enjoy that. I think the plan at the moment with the trident is I might separate it into, I think 3 pieces it's going to be separated into, but I'm not sure if I want to use the button tubes or if I just want to insert the button tubes into PVC pipes because they're a bit stronger. I'm kind of leaning towards that just for the weight of the resin top, that I might want that strength. And then I'm going to have to make it so it looks like it's slightly bigger at the top than the bottom, but I have got different sizes of PVC, so I could probably maybe use like expanding foam on it and then scrape it down, or like not scrape it, carve it down to the size that I need and then wrap it in thin EVA so that I don't add too much. It maybe is what I'm thinking to do, because that way I can put all of the details into it with the wood burning that I want to, while still having it like getting bigger at the top. That's kind of my thought. And then I can like use foam clay to like fill in any of the gaps between the pieces, I suppose. I also need to make myself some teeth, because I've decided this character has sharp teeth. It wasn't really necessary for MCM, but for future conventions, I would like to have teeth. And yeah, I'm gonna make those out of the warbler beads. That should be like a one-day kind of craft, like not longer than that. Definitely like a last-minute cosmetic, but I would like to do that. Make myself some little warbler spiky teeth. It'll probably make me sound really weird if I'm talking, but other than that. Heckin' good job. I don't know why, I feel like I'm losing my voice today. I guess I've streamed a few days in a row and I've not been used to it. Did the mask you wore to MCM influence this? No, it was the opposite. I always wanted to have sharp teeth on the character because Mateus, when they appear in Tactics Advanced, is surrounded by vampires. The only other enemy on the board is vampires. So I'm like, well, it's kind of weird that she's there and there's loads and loads of vampires. So really, I should probably make the assumption that she would probably also have sharp teeth, since she's like the leader. But it's difficult because you never actually see the inside of her mouth, like never. At no point can you see it, so there's nothing to say whether or not she does have sharp teeth. But yeah, I wanted sharp teeth for her because of the people that she's surrounded by in the game. But then, of course, with the face mask, I was like, I'll just make really dramatic over the top teeth because they're like bigger than ones I could ever have in my mouth. It makes sense. Yeah, I think it makes sense. It's just a shame when there's no like reference for it, but it makes sense. I think that she would have very sharp teeth. Even if she doesn't specifically have fangs, I imagine she would still kind of be in a similar boat to the rest of them. Maybe? Difficult to say, I suppose. Yeah, I would like to make myself some teeth. At the end of the day, if they don't turn out good, I can just decide not to do it. But I think I'd like to do that. It feels like it'd be more accurate. Even if there's nothing to say that it would be more accurate. Then that's half this costume, so. Accuracy? Pfft. What accuracy? I have one picture. Who knows what's going on behind the costume? It could be pink. I'd never know. Ah, dear. I guess you're kind of in a similar boat though at some point. Because you're doing a design, like your own base design on another character. So like, you know, if you say that it goes, right? We're kind of doing the same sort of thing. I like that though. I like the freedom of it. Like, you know, you have a base idea because there is a character. Then other than that, you can fill it in with whatever you want. And that's really fun. I like that bit. That bit of costume is pretty good. For me, I filled it all in with gold. Somebody else could fill it in with completely different parts though. Like there's a cosplayer that's done Mateus. I'm gonna see if I can find them on Instagram again. I'm so sorry for all the coughing as well. There they are. I'll put a little link to them in the channel. But if you scroll down just a tiny bit, you'll see that they've done exactly the same costume that I've done, like exactly the same. Yeah, pretty sure Vaporeon is supposed to be more dolphin-like, but I've gone fish. Well, fish is a lot more varied, right? You've got a lot more options when it comes to fish. But yeah, if you want to see another Mateus build, if you want to see somebody else's interpretation of how they build all the parts and stuff like that, the wings are very different. The way we're doing the wings comparatively to how they've done the wings, totally different. And they've gone with like armor rather than like traditional cosplay armor, so foams. They've made everything with foams. But it's very cool. I will say their cape is ridiculous. It's so cool. They've gone for such a big cape. They've gone for like massive cape. But like, very brave, I think. Because somebody will step on you at some point, always at a convention. But oh my god, it looks so cool. I am in awe of this costume. They did such a good job of it. And they got some really good photos of it as well, like really good angles, really good shots. I think the coloring with the purple and the gold is really unusual and cool as well, like that it's fading from one to the other. I think that looks really good. Because they've gone for like a slightly darker color palette than what I've gone for. If you scroll a lot further down, you can see it when it's like just plain gold and purple. And then like how elevated it is when they've done that paint job, it's ridiculous. It's so good. Like it looks so cool. Yeah, I'm very impressed with this costume. Very impressed. They hadn't made it when I first started designing it, but I kind of wish they had. I could have taken references from their cosplay. That's just how cosplay is sometimes. Sometimes other people have done your cosplay, sometimes people have not. It's always useful if people have, because then you can see how other people have made things. There was one other cosplayer, but I can't find any social media for them, just that they can't from Google, who had done Mateus before I'd done it. Bob and Fred Empty? No problem, let me get that for you. But they'd also used foam, so they'd used very different techniques than the ones that I wanted to use, so I couldn't unfortunately take too much from them. Other than that somebody else had done it. It was possible. Okay. The speed that we get through the bobbins with these, ungodly. The version is very cool. It's very different, yeah. I think because this is a cosplay with, like, again, it's got one reference image, so, like, everyone's going to interpret it differently, but it's so cool. What they've done, I literally, when I first saw it, I was in awe of it. I just think it's fantastic. And, like, they've gone much bigger on the poms on the head, which I somewhat regret going as small as I did. I maybe, after having seen this, might have gone bigger, because their hair is such a big feature of the costume, whereas for me, it's quite a minimal feature. But then, yeah, their wings as well. So they've got it so that their wings are like 2 wings, where I've done it as 4 wings. So we've done our wings completely different. But theirs look really good. They look very sturdy as well, having it as the 2 wings rather than the 4. Especially since they've got the cape attached to the wings. Like, but that makes me think maybe I should have my cape attached to my wings, right? Like, I wasn't going to, but now seeing them do that, I'm like, maybe I attach my cape to my wings? I don't know. Oh dear, I'm in the air about it, because I'm still very in the air about having a cape in general, but like seeing what they've done, I'm like, it's a good idea though, isn't it? It's a good idea. It would hold it off the ground a bit more. Also, Astro, you need to head off, though. You're good. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. I hope that it goes well. I'm just here, like, gushing over somebody else's costume. You're not missing anything particularly. Oh, there they go again. No, it's a very, very cool idea. I think of all of their costume, that would be the one idea I'd want to, like, nab, is maybe having the cape, if I do a cape, attached to the wings. Drapey capes are a great shout. Yeah. Because I guess the thing is, as well, with capes, depending, they don't move very much with you. That sounds really silly, because of course they get dragged behind you, but like, they can very much get lost in the costume, whereas having it attached like that, it's a feature through and through, right? Like you can't avoid the cape, and it always will be billowing a little bit because it's held up higher than your back, right? It's not just falling straight onto the floor. And since I have the benefit of having wings, should I do that? I don't know. I was thinking originally that I wanted it attached to the inside of my wrist, and then 2 draping behind me. But now I'm like, maybe I need 6 rather than 4. Because I could have the 2 to the wrist, the 2 to the wings, and 2 just going behind me like a regular cape. But that might be a bit much, honestly. I might not have enough fabric for that. It's difficult, difficult. Reference does have a lot of billow to it, like a lot of billow. Like, doesn't it go up above her head? Oh no, I don't think it does. Maybe it does. It goes, it's got a big billow. I think it's the bits that curve around next to the arm that made me think that I could attach it to the arms, maybe. Oh, sorry, you finished. My bad. I was distracted. But those bits then would not be dragging on the ground, but there would still probably have to be some bits that would end up on the ground. It's just not my favourite. I do often try to avoid these days characters with capes. This character, I just spoke to me so much that I had to do it, but like, a lot of the time I'll avoid them. Because I really don't like wearing capes. They're very impractical. You get stood on, they pick up lots and lots of dirt, and they're a pain to clean a lot of the time. I just, not my favourite element to add to a costume. Like a tail, I'll add that any day over a cape. There we go, let that start again. Good job. Yeah, lots of ability to it. Hi! Oreo! Welcome on in. I hope you're having a good day, Aurora. We are having a chill day today. No capes. No capes. Yeah, we're having a bit of a discussion about capes. Because, like, capes at conventions, like, a pain in the arse, but capes in photo shoots, like... So, it's a hard one, because would it look really good for photos if I could get the cape to billow behind me and stuff like that? Like, yes. Yes, that would look good. But would I want to wear a cape around a convention hall? No. Detachable cape. That would probably... I think if I did do a cape, it would have to be detachable. I don't think I could do a cape that was attached 100% of the time. I still don't know if it's worth it, though. I don't know. Because knowing me, I would never detach it because it's something that I've made. That's, I guess, more than me problem. It's like, I'm like, I made this, it's attached. It's staying. But then it's going to drag up all the dirt from the convention hall. And... Oh no, I want this to go all the way to the top. There you go. Hard, isn't it? Hard. Big decision. I think if I do a cape, it will be detachable. If I don't do a cape, I've just made the decision not to do a cape. I think I'll make it the last thing that I work on for that reason. The other thing is, if I did do a cape, it wouldn't have any beading or sequining and stuff like that to do, so I wouldn't have to worry about getting behind with all that kind of stuff, because it wouldn't have any of that to begin with. So it would be safe from being beaded and sequined. Go. This is a really quick one, but it will be doing its thing. The thing though, it would be nice for photo shoots. I don't know. I'm very torn on cape. It would be so good for photos. God, it would be a pain in the ass. Every other time. I could make it detachable, but then I'm gonna want to wear it the whole time. I don't know. I don't know. The only other thing I can think to do is, you know how with wedding dresses, for instance, they'll often have it in a way that you can gather it up so that it doesn't hang on the floor after the ceremony? Maybe doing something like that so that there is a way for it to like roll up. Maybe having like a clip on the bottom that can clip into my back so I can have it folded up most of the time, so that I didn't have to completely take it off and on again. That way I could still have it like under my arms, but I maybe wouldn't have it draping behind me. That might be a legitimate option, is to have it so that it can fold up for the most of the convention, but then unfold here and there, and maybe have it detachable for washing. That might be the avenue we end up going if we do it. Yeah, some bonus hooks. Yeah. I don't like adding that kind of thing to the bottom of a cape, but it's like... It's gonna hold it in place, and I can't imagine anything else will hold it in place as well. So... Maybe that. I I don't know. It'll be the last thing I make. If I do make it, it's the last thing. Nothing else. I make the wings and the trident first, because in my mind, those are more important, you know? And then after I do those, I can make that decision about whether or not I want to make a cape. / whether or not I want to wear a cape. Because making it would not even be that difficult. That's the thing. It'd be like the quickest part. Like, yes, it needs some embroideries along the bottom of it, but it's just white. And I've got loads of pre-rolled bobbins for it, so it would just be me changing the bobbin every now and again. So it'd be like really easy comparatively to everything else, but I'm so torn on it. I'm so torn on it. Right, let's sequin the other side. Oh. Yeah, I did the top first this time, but I've been doing the other side first. Actually, I'm gonna hold off because that's nearly finished. And I'll need to replace that in a second. I really want to keep chatting because cosplay problem solving is my favorite, but yeah, oh no, you're good, Sunkoi. Good luck with the work. I hope it goes well. You're fine. If you haven't checked out Sunkoi, by the way, Sunkoi is also making a cosplay at the moment. They'll be making some cosplay later on stream. So if you haven't checked them out and you enjoy cosplay stuff, you should go give them a little look into. I think along the same lines, if you haven't checked out Creates also does a lot of costume style stuff on their own channel. If you're looking for people that do cosplay, do make costumes, do sewing on Twitch, check them out. Oh dear. What is today's tea? Digestive. It's the chocolate digestive because I have the chocolate digestive with tea bags, and so I've just been going through them because I'm lazy and I like tea bags, and so I've just been having loads of chocolate digestive. Even though I also really like the Eton Mess and the gingerbread chai, I've been lazy. Lazy me. Oh, there we go. Another one. We've done 4 today. We're gonna have to cut those out actually. Maybe before I start the other side, I'll cut the ones out that we've done because I'm feeling lazy. Also, do I have it run out of... I have. This is just that scrap again, isn't it? I'll probably turn that to fire stick. My god. The zooming is real. Okay. Get that there. Get that there. And over there. Oh yeah. Oh no. That's an okay fold. Sure. I don't need that much, but I don't want it to be folded really, really badly. Maybe like this. Like so. There you go. Cut that out. Good. It's probably not perfect, but it'll be okay. That'll be enough to finish this section as well. Oh yeah. Getting out to see once my bedroom is redecorated. Heck yeah. We love a good bit of decoration and DIY. Very nice. There we go. That'll do. Take those out. Grab this in here for later. God, wait. I had no idea. I didn't think we'd get through all of those pieces today either. So we are zooming. At least with the embroidery machine work, we are zooming. Off the floor, please. And then down here. And then out the glue sheet. I will trim all the other ones out that we've done today as well, just in a minute, because I shouldn't leave that. Not good. Do the job while you're working on it. And then, doesn't matter if that top bit rolls up a bit. We can unroll that later. There we go. And in that. Oh, there we go. Punisher, welcome on in. Thank you for the horn. We are just getting a hoop set up so that we can start doing a few more embroideries, because my god, we are zooming through the embroideries today. One of those days, just zooming. I don't know what's caused it, but zooming. Let's get this one. There it is. So just doing the opposite side now. There we go. So it'll be the same design, but mirrored. Oh, there we go. Good. Down. That should just be 10 minutes go. But I'll double check it. Gotta work fast, gotta work real fast. Although we don't really have a deadline, we're just going fast for the sake of going fast. All right, now oh no, I was gonna cut the bits out, wasn't I? I was forgotten. Okay, all these need to be cut out and then have the edges burned or singed. Some of them I will cut a little further away, so like this one, so that I can hem the edge and fold it over. Most of them don't have a purple edge, to be fair. Okay. And then down there. And up there. Round the circle. I don't have to get too close because when I singe it, it will make it look closer anyway. Plus they'll all be beaded over the top, so... And the base that it gets sewn onto is also purple. So yeah, it's not too difficult, honestly. I don't have to be too precise. As long as there's only a few millimeters, it's okay. Okay, get that up there. Very nice. And get rid of all of the excess. This is what I mean when I say like the embroidery machine creates a lot of waste. It's because of things like that. You cut all that extra off, but that's extra that I needed to get it into the machine in the first place. So, and unfortunately a lot of the time because it does the design right in the middle, especially on mine because I'm doing quite big designs, there's not really much you can do to save the fabric around the edge. It's a bit of a shame, but it's a manageable shame. And get that around to there. And then let's singe those edges. I have to be a little careful because this will also melt the glue, but also burn the thread if I'm on it for too long. Just run it around quickly. Like that. As long as you're in and out quick, it's not really a problem. That's alright. Some loose threads from behind, of course, where all the all the bobbin threads are. But that's what they end up like. It's kind of unusual, but again, I'll just put it against the design so that you can see this was the design, and this is what it ended up looking like. So, honestly, it's not too bad. It's gone through computer generation and all that kind of stuff, been digitized, printed. I'd say they look pretty similar. And then cut out the other piece of this. Again, make sure to leave enough at the top to fold that over. Oh, actually do it like that, there you go. Nice. I think beading these will be pretty easy. They're very minimal. I might actually put more purple beads on these ones because there's large purple spaces on it. So to fill in space, I don't know, we'll see. We'll see how it looks with the rest of the design when all the pieces are printed. Because the designs themselves can make it look kind of busy, let alone with extra beading. But I don't really mind that busyness. As you can tell with the rest of the costume. I kind of like it. It's kind of my aesthetic. Busy. I think it's meant to look grand though, not busy, but grand. Grand, rich, expensive, like a boss monster, you know? Like, if you imagine like someone hoarding treasure in a cave, that's the outfit. So like, it's gonna be a bit over the top, because it's a boss monster. There we go. And get rid of all that excess. And then use the small scissors in there. Nice. I will just cut this to about the same length. This is a lot of extra seam allowance, by the way, because these will be attached to something that's like a whole inch. But I just feel safer having it because sometimes you cut things off and wish you hadn't, right? So rather than getting to that stage, just leave a huge seam allowance. Okay, which one's been burnt? This one's been burnt. This one is not. And just run it down there. It just stops it from fraying when you're not working on it, because bear in mind, all these bits will take a little while to get worked on. There'll be like a queue forming of work, and they might not be at the top of the queue. And then they need to not be messing themselves up while I'm not working on them, you know? Best way to do that is to singe the edges. It only works because I'm using polyesters, by the way. So polyesters melt in heat. Cottons will burn. So if you're using silks, cottons, all that kind of stuff, the natural fibers will burn. But plastic fibers, like polyesters, they will melt. A lot of people use those kind of techniques to make flowers as well. I've done that before. So if you cut out like a flower and then singe the edges, because it'll melt, it'll actually fold inwards to create like an inwards facing petal, which is really, really pretty. But again, only works with polyesters. Don't do that with cottons. If you do it with cottons, it will just catch fire. I tried to the end of the pleather and that burns so fast. Yeah, natural stuff tends to go quite quickly. It'll either catch fire or melt really, really fast, whereas unnatural fibers, yeah, you get a bit more leeway with them. They'll just melt, they'll curve a little bit. But yeah, do not recommend. Do not recommend. I mean, if you're not sure, I would not really recommend setting fire to it. But with me, I bought all my fabrics for this recently. Like, I bought it for this costume. And so I know exactly what they're made of and stuff like that. They're all 100% polyesters. So they will melt rather than catch fire. If every now and again you see like a little flame though, it's not the fabric, it's the thread. So the thread is silks, which again will catch fire. So that's why I'm being a little careful not to get too close to the thread, to leave like a millimeter or something, because that will catch fire. It's not as risky as it sounds though. Even if it does catch fire, it tends to go out very, very quickly with these. I think they do have polyester in them, to be honest, but they don't melt, really. They just burn. And cut around that bit in there. There you go. And burn around this one. So what it does is it makes the fabric shrink back a bit into itself as well. So that's why I didn't mind leaving like a few millimeters at the edge, because when you burn it, or singe it even, it shrinks back a little bit. So it kind of gets closer to that thread and melts into it a bit. Basically good for my structure, but also good for not fraying when I'm not working on it. Mainly it's just for not fraying when I'm not working on it. It's a pain when fabric does that. Yeah, another one. Oh, how many on here? I'm just pinning all of them in here for now. So have them all in one place. And get rid of that. Those are really big threads. Get rid. And there you go, get rid of that. All the way down. I think these will be pretty quick to bead, honestly, since it's predominantly just going to be a perimeter beading, and then maybe a little bit of detail on some of the gaps like in there. But I think predominantly this will be just around the perimeter, nice and easy. It takes a bit of time, but it's not too difficult, so you kind of just power through it. Because the designs are already kind of unusual, I can't imagine adding too much to them. It might end up making it look a bit overdone, or you might lose the big thick lines that we've added. Which would be a shame. We spent all this time getting them embroidered. We don't want to lose them. Oh, did I get it close to the thread there? I think I did. I'd be okay, but they're a little close there. Alright. Singe for when we work on it. It's also why I have to keep refilling my lighter with fluid, because I've done this with basically every piece. Not that it needs to be on every piece, but I just don't know when I'm going to be working on a lot of these pieces. So I do this as a safety precaution for basically all of them. I get through so much lighter fluid. Go. I know when I was making flowers, I got through a lot of lighter fluid then as well. I can actually show you how this will work if I find the other side of it. This one. If I find the opposite one, and good job, you've done great. that looks wonderful. So these are the two opposite bits that will go together. They'll end up pinning. What's there? This won't be perfect, bear in mind, because until it's sewn, they won't like being this close to each other. They will reject each other a lot. And there. Oh, that's not a very good pin. Just get that through there. And make sure this bit is not, not getting pushed. That's better. And then something like this, I assume. I could probably trim that one on top a little bit, having looked at that. Just to down there at least. There we go. So then I'll open up like this. And we'll have that go over. And of course, again, right now it is just pinned. It's not going to want to do it. But it will end up being like this with that at the side and then going over another piece. They'll actually end up being even and this bit will stand out on top. But yeah, that's how we're doing them all. That's why like getting these bits lined up is quite important. Making sure everything's about the same on both sides. So it doesn't end up looking funky when you do that to it. Yeah. How they end up looking. Pretty cool. Next one. Right, let's see. That's also why we have to do 4 of each one with it mirrored halfway through. Because they will all be attached to their mirror piece. 3D things, eh? Pain. But it's not difficult, and like once you've done the design once, you just digitize it mirrored, and then you don't even have to do that if your machine does mirror it. But mine, if I don't do it like this, sometimes the digitized mirror will sew up really weird. It's not a problem really most of the time, but I'd rather avoid it, which is why I digitize the opposite one as well separately. Some machines won't require you to do that though. Go. And get the golden, because this has got a disc in it. And get that in there. Very nice. And under there. Okay. Okay, so that's where it's going to be starting. Is about there. To make a single star in the sky. Oh god, get in there. No, that's not a happy hoot. Try again. Nope. I refuse to loosen this hoop. I haven't loosened it for weeks. We will just struggle through. Okay. Now I have to see if it's in the right place. I did get it in without loosening it. Not really an achievement, but that's okay. Right, let's see. How is that? Does it line up okay? Yeah, it does. Okay, cool. I'm gonna have to trim one of these and then blow it away. Okay. We don't want that in there. That would be messy. Cool. And we get it to go again. Oh dear. Oh my god, the fact that we're getting this far. I'm like, every now and again I'm like, what time is it? Jesus! Would you look at us? Right, this one's done. This one. This is the one I need to do. Yep, you can keep going. I need some more red thread so that I can keep sequining the other side. Since we did spend spend a bit of time cutting them out. That's important. I would have had to do it at some point, so I'm all right getting that out the way now. Yeah. And honestly, if I can get all 3 of the first size large scale sequin today, that'd be pretty good. We've got a lot of smaller scales, but because they are like half the height, they will be quicker. Like they take less sequins, less beads. So if we can get the big ones done, that is actually a pretty big chunk of work done. I always like to start with the slower part of each like section, because that way it just speeds up the longer you work on it. Not everyone will like that, but I like that. That makes it go faster for me. Okay, let's get that in there and start sewing more sequins on here. Although, have I finished my tea? Nearly. But then I'm not going to be going past lunch, so I guess it's okay. Yeah, today I'm going to take it a bit easier, have lunch off stream. Again, still recovering from a migraine. You guys know how it is. We're all familiar with the song and dance at this point. But I would like to get... Well, first of all, however many we get done with the embroidery machine, I don't really care at this point. We've done more than I thought we would. But I would like to get this one sequined. So that, I don't know, that I could just see the first 3. Just for my own personal benefit. So I can see it. It makes me happy to see it. I like having this as well so you can see it quite well. You can see the thread coming off the top as well, which is nice. I probably wouldn't have it this far in most of the times, because if I was having to use my sewing machine, it is now blocked by the embroidery machine. Like, I can't get to it. But, hey, that's alright. For today, it's okay. We're gonna have to change the thread in a minute as well. It is a slightly longer yellow gold section, but it is still only for about 3 minutes. So, we will have to change that again. There we go. How many more after this is there? 2? 2 is it? Awesome, Morrigan! Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. I'm trying to work out... We've done 1 more of this one and we'll have done the first 3, and I think there were 5? So I think that would mean there was only 2 more to get... I genuinely can't believe we are this close to finishing printing all the armor. Like, yes, a lot of the armor does need beads and sequins still like this. We're working on that. But the fact that we are this close to finishing printing it is kind of mad to me. Like, we've been printing for so long. Like, the idea that it's like, I don't know, nearly done. Maybe I'll just have to make the cape just so I have something else to print, because it would feel weird not having this in the background at least once a week. Printing out my armor pieces. You want a thread change? We can do your thread change. Let me just get you set up in here. Yeah, that'd be weird. But I guess it's a good weird. It's a good weird because it means the costume's getting close to being finished. When you've been working on a costume for a really long time, it feels like you're never near the finish line a lot of the time. I don't necessarily mean that in a bad way, but like, it feels like there's always so much to do because it's a big costume. So when you get to a point where actually there isn't that much left to do, actually you are in the last steps of each piece. You know, there's final details for a few pieces you might want to add, but the bulk of it's done. It's a really weird feeling because you've been working on it for so long. Ooh. Ooh. There we go. Big pleasure. I'm just admiring your embroidery machine and your head. Oh, thank you. You can't really see it on stream, unfortunately. But what if I put it up here? Can you see it? No, not really. My hair is actually green, like Joker green at the top. But this happens every time I dye my hair green. My cameras are like, no. We don't show green on stream. Green is for off-stream only. But probably the color of your name is about the color of the top of my head. But it always looks blue. That's all right. I'm used to it. It's okay. But I like being green as well. But yeah, no, the embroidery machine, very nice. I'm gonna miss it when it's not running as often. It's very dope. It reminds me of a mermaid. Heck yeah, that was the inspiration. Because Mateus is a mermaid-themed character. And I was like, well, I've been making this for a long time. I'm gonna become a mermaid too. I was thinking of dyeing my hair purple and gold, but I thought that might be a bit much. I could have gone like purple with like golden like strands at the front. That would have been great. but I decided against it because it would have been a bit of a pain to get the front bits to stay gold and to not have the purple run into it. Plus purple always fades to blue for me after a few weeks, so it wouldn't remain purple very long. So I figured I'd just go for the mermaid theme rather than the purple and gold. Further glad, heck yeah! Oh dear, yeah, we've actually been printing stuff off on this machine since, I want to say November. It's about when we started printing things. Because there's like nearly 200 embroideries on this costume. So we've been printing for a really long time, but I was just saying we're nearly actually at the end of that now. We've only got 2 more full pieces to recreate and then 1 more of this bit. So each of those pieces have to be printed 4 times, but we're very close to being done as far as the printing goes. And it's going to feel really weird because we've been having it running for so long because we've had so much to print that I'm going to kind of miss it. Like when it's not running. The cape would have some embroideries technically on it at the bottom, and I guess I would be tempted to do that just for the, what do you call it? Just for the having it still running and doing something. But I still don't know if I want a cape, so I don't know if that will work out well, or as well as I want it to, you know? You okay there? Are you okay there? Good. I should be pleased really because it just means we're closer to seeing the costume finished. It just doesn't feel like it. It just doesn't feel like it's nearly done. It feels like I could still be working on this for months. Months and months and months, but in reality that's just not the case. You know, once we finish the wings, predominantly the sewing is actually done, which is crazy. I want to say it takes tons of patience. It happens to the best of us. Thank you. But no, once the wings are sewn, the cape, if we do it, will all be embroidery machine, but it won't be a lot of sewing for me. And the staff, that's no sewing at all. So, yeah, other than maybe some details we might add later, like adding some extra threads and beads, adding the bits onto the tail, stuff like that, which are very small pieces. Once we finish the wings, we're all done with sewing. Hand stitching and machine stitching. Done. Which is a really weird feeling after having been doing this for so long. Yeah, I don't know. I will miss it. Zay, thank you for the horn. Hi, how are you doing? Zay, I don't know if you heard that, but we've nearly finished the sewing and embroidery machine parts of the costume. Because the wings are the last sewn element, and we only have 2 more designs to print after this one, but they will be printed 4 times each, so it will take a little bit longer. But there's only 2 more designs to print after this one, and then everything on the wings will need to be beaded, sequined, stuff like that. But then that's it. There's no more beading and sequining. We're done. Because the cape would all be embroidery machined if it was being done, and the staff has no sewing on it. Oh, I'm gonna miss it. I love sewing. I love all the sewing and intricate details. I'm sure I can find a way to add some more that I don't necessarily need to have. To be fair, if I get sad, like I could add purple sequins just for the hell of it. But yeah, I'll kind of miss it when we don't have these sort of days where the embroidery machine is running and I'm doing something simple. Almost time, and it's time for Consu. I need to get invited first. Hey, listen, I need someone to come along and be like, hey, come to the con. I'd actually really like to go because there's a couple people going that I'd actually like to meet in person, which would be really, really cool. Like, not normally do I want to meet people in person, but there's a couple cosplayers that are going that I'd really, really like to meet. Cinderies and Kamoi, both of them would be really, really good to meet. And then there's some streamers as well that I'd really like to meet. Need to invite, such a small detail, I know. Such a small trifling detail. I only start in garment construction next term, but I cannot wait to start sewing and actually make something. It's a super undervalued talent. It's so nice though, like such a, once you get a little confident with your machine and stuff like that, being able to just be like, that's a nice fabric, I'm gonna make that into pajamas. Or like go into a charity shop and be like, I like that top, but not in that fabric. Take it apart and make a pattern out of it. It's such a lovely skill to have. Like, because at any point you could just make yourself something. Like, oh, you don't have a dress? Make one. You don't have a suit? You can make one. It's really nice. And there's a lovely crafting community as well. The crafting community is very sweet. Everyone just wants to see what everyone's making all the time. And it's lovely. And there's so many categories and things you could go into from learning to sew a bit. Like, you could go fully into garment construction, or you could maybe go into pattern making, or you could maybe start making fabrics. Like, there's so many avenues you can go that are very, very different, but all really, really fun. Yeah. Do you want me to hydrate, Punisher? I can drink the very last bit of tea. I'm all out of tea now, but thank you. I know how to make patterns, but not how to sew them. See, I'm the opposite. Although I can make patterns for myself or like individuals, I can't make a line of patterns. I could only make them based on one set of sizes, if that makes sense. So like, if somebody tells me their bust line, waistline, shoulder, all that kind of stuff, I can make a pattern for them. But I couldn't then replicate it to do all of the sizes on like a size chart, you know? But the sewing bit I'm quite happy with. I like sewing. Sewing's fun. Lots of freedom for sewing. It's a very free hobby. I like it. I like all the silly details though for me. For me it's about the sequins. The sequins and the beads. Unnecessary but fun. Oh, yeah, I should say, if you're new here, there's a link to my Twitter underneath the stream. There's a thread on that Twitter. It's like pinned at the top. So it says everything that we've done so far, as well as showing pictures of the costume I'm making. If you're curious, that's probably what I'd recommend going and looking at this point, because it's got all of our work up to this point in a long thread. So you can just kind of like scroll through the pictures. I do have some of them on the Instagram, but not as many. The Twitter one is like a proper in-depth thread at this point of how I've been making it. I can only do size 34 at the moment, but we're trying to make my own pattern next year. Yes, good luck. I hope that it goes well. Very heckin' exciting. It's always one thing that I said that I'd want to go on like a pattern making course. Like, I don't need to get a full degree in it or anything, it's just for fun, but I'd love to go on a pattern making course just so that I had more skills in that area, because I think I'm good at patterns for one person, but God am I awful for patterns for everyone else. It's like I can make custom patterns, but I can't translate them to different sizes or anything like that, so it'd be a really useful skill to pick up at some point. So that if I make a costume, I can share it with everybody else and people can make it in their own size. That'd be really useful. Oh heck, cakes! Oh my god, welcome on in. I hope you're having a good day. Hello, how was your stream? Let me just give you a little shout out. Please ignore the keyboard. There we go. Order of Verity and Cakes has arrived. Oh, thank you. Welcome on in. Hi, Joddington. Hi, Purple Dracula. Welcome, welcome. We are making a cosplay over here. What have you been getting up to? Oh, dear. I didn't copy my own raid recipe. Nice. Oh, wait, Verity, you're going to TwitchCon. We were just talking about that it'd be kind of cool to go, that there are some things I'd like to see there. How are you doing? I hope you're having a good day. Big saying, it'd be nice to know how to pattern make properly rather than winging it. Yes. Like, I can make patterns for myself for cosplay, but if I had to, like, make a dress for, like, 10 different sizes, I would have no idea where to start. Like, I have no skills in that area. And it'd be really nice to be able to do that. But, oh, I don't know why I'm taking it the whole way out. I don't actually need to do that. But yeah, that'd be cool. Oh, dear. Also, Resray, welcome on in. Thank you for the warm welcome, but I have to run. I will definitely come and visit again. You have a Discord? Exclamation mark Discord. You're all good. Don't worry. Good luck with the rest of your day. I hope that it goes well. I'm good, thank you. Working on a crochet jumper inspired by Gravity Falls. Oh my god, wait, which jumper? Or is it like a custom design completely? That sounds lovely. I love when people make their own like jumpers and stuff like that. I can knit. I prefer crocheting these days, but my knitting was never... It was like basic knitting stuff. But I enjoy crochet a lot. I've been having a lot of fun with that. There you go. So we're just setting our embroidery machine to go again. We're making some custom designs, and they're for armor pieces. So they look a little unusual on their own, but you'll just have to trust. When they all come together, it will look great. Oh, there it is. Enjoy the rest. Oh, thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day. It's me. Yes. That's going to be so cool. Is it for yourself or is it as a gift? Also, I should say as well, Verity, if you need to go get some snacks or if you need to get some food or some drinks, please do look after yourself post-stream. We know how it is here. No one will hold it against you. But otherwise, I'd love to hear about the jumper more. So over here, we predominantly do cosplays. We make a lot of costumes. We're actually making a really, really big costume at the moment. The biggest one I've ever made while streaming, that's for sure. Probably the biggest costume I've ever made, to be quite honest. And we've been making it all on stream, so I wouldn't necessarily recommend watching the VODs. There is like, God, how many hours of VODs have we got at this point? Hundreds of hours of VODs on this costume. But we do have a Twitter thread. I can post that in the here. There you go. This is basically everything that we've done so far, so that you don't. You can kind of seal the steps, because if you watch the VODs, you're watching like 400 hours. And no. I knit scarves, everything out that works from a scarf. Heck yeah. The chat wanted me to make one for my cat. I mean, if you can make the pattern for yourself, I think that it's only fair to translate it for your cat as well. Like, it's only fair. Oh dear. Yeah, this would be the thing. If I ever got an animal, this poor animal is going to have to wear a lot of costumes. Probably just little helmets and stuff, though. I think I'd mainly stick to little helmets. Have little helmeted puppies. They're cute. Oh dear. Right, this one's a really short one. I'm just going to leave it run while it goes. Oh, Jonington, thank you for the follow. It's very kind of you. We made like cat little crown, but he hates it. Yeah, this is kind of what I'm imagining. I'm imagining like making little helmets, watching them take the helmets off, smiling. Oh dear. Cats as well. You vary one way or the other. They're either gonna not care at all, or they're gonna care a lot. Oh dear. That's all right though. The thought is what counts. You made something for your cat. That's one thing that'd be kind of cool to make. I wonder how difficult it'd be to make like animal beds, like custom animal beds. Like you could make like a little castle or something. I don't know. I feel like you probably could. I think the fabric you'd need for it would be kind of difficult. Like it'd be more expensive because it'd be like the plushy style fabric, which tends to be a little bit more pricey, especially for a project of that scale. That'd be cute. Got a picture of throwing it off. Frame those. Precious photo. Oh. There are some animals that really don't mind it at all, but I think most of the animals I've met would not be super jazzed about getting dressed up. Oh dear. In a minute, I'll show you this one out. We basically, the way that we're doing these, we draw a pattern, like a regular pattern, scan it into the computer, and then draw it up in Photoshop, take it to digitizing software, draw it up in that, get all the stitches in the correct orders and colors, and then send it to my embroidery machine. We've done that with around nearly 200 embroideries so far. We're very, very close to finishing this costume, really. It's just the wings that we really need to get done at this point, and then I decide whether or not I make a cape. and the trident. But as far as the sewing elements go, we're nearly finished. My cat loves to sleep on a towel. He's very decided he lived in our house. So I knitted a casing for it. Oh. This is why crafts are so good. Being able to like take something in your life and make something for them. Or you know, just make something useful or make something creative or fun. It's so nice to have the freedom to just like, oh, I want this today. I guess I'll make one, you know? I love that. It's very heckin' cool. And basically all crafts give you the freedom to do that in one way or another. Thank you! Good job. Right. So this is, I guess, our example at the moment of what we've been doing. They all are going to look a little bit weird when they're on their own and not together. But this was the pattern, which is backwards. But this was the pattern and that's the final product. So you can kind of see like a pretty rough sketch with just some writing and stuff like that that we scanned into the computer and have turned into like a fully digitized piece. Once we have digitized them, printed them, we actually go back and bead them. So they end up looking a little bit more like this. And this is like a finished armor piece. You can see that because I've sewn them together along the curve, they end up getting like curves in them to like cover certain areas. These are for the wings specifically, so these cover a bump in the wing, but they're all beaded, all sequined. Whatever design we put on them, they end up on them. They end up quite weighty actually. Like all of these have ended up being quite heavy, but then it's armor, so, you know. I think that kind of makes sense. At the moment, a lot of pieces are pinned to the mannequin because we're going to be putting all of the stuff on the wings in one go.
Yes.
Oh dear. I'm gonna make a thank you. I'm gonna grab some lunch. Do it! Get some food. Thank you so much for the raid. It's very kind of you. But yeah, make sure you're looking after yourselves first and foremost. Especially after a stream, because it is tiring. Dude, I kind of like to sleep on the toilet seat. She's a cute furry weirdo. I don't think I've ever heard of that. On the toilet? Oh my god. But you know what? If they have somewhere they like to sleep, who am I to judge? Like, you sleep on the toilet seat if you want to. You're all good. Right. So I need to layer this up again. We don't actually need to change the thread. We can just layer it. Get the glue sheet in there. All of these have sheets of glue in them. It's a wash out interfacing. However, if you only wash it out halfway, it leaves your fabric really stiff. Perfect for armor. Just leaves it with that stiffness in it that kind of works for 3D armor. Yeah. So we wash the glue out halfway. And I've done that on the dress, I've done that on the legs. We've done that on quite a few areas so far. We've tried and tested this technique and it's worked very well so far. But I do sandwich it between two other things first, just to keep it safe. Yes. There we go. Oh, actually, I could go a little further down than that. There you go. Very nice. Get our hoop in. Make sure it's pulled through so that it's nice and taut. Although it's very tight, so it should be okay, really. There we go. Get all the corners pressed in properly. There we go. And then put it back in here again. And this is the last one of this design now. Okay. Sorry, I read that. Apologies to Eukalelius. I'm like, I see purple, and they're like, oh my god, so much purple. Come on now, you got this. My machine is getting a bit tired. You can kind of tell when it takes longer to load because I'm sewing the same thing over and over and over again. So realistically, it shouldn't be taking longer to load each time. But when it gets a little tired, it does get a little slower when it comes to its loading. But this is the last one I'm going to have it do today, so it'll be okay. It'll be fine. It will survive. I got to go like, oh no, you're fine. Bill, take care of yourself. I hope the rest of your day goes really well. We'll be good here. We're just gonna be, doing our chill work, sequining, that kind of stuff. Nothing too stressful. I don't think anything can go too dramatically wrong. Touch wood. And then tomorrow I'm gonna go out for coffee. I'm deciding for myself that I will take myself out for a coffee because I have not left the house for a while, and I want to get coffee. Yeah, have a nice relaxing day. Okay. Plus, it's probably been over a month. I think it has been over a month since I've taken myself out. Oh dear. Potato! I hope you're having a good day. Come on, brother, you've got this. They're doing their very best. Oh dear. Oh, can you see that it's brother? Oh, you can! I was like, wait a minute, how do you know it's a brother machine? I guess it does say underneath the stream, I probably mentioned it before. Oh dear, no, take my good day, no, you have it! I can't, I couldn't possibly, you take the good day. I've already had a good enough day, so you can have the rest of it. There we go. So productive today. I probably couldn't ask for much more. We've nearly got through a whole pot of sequins. I might run out of sequins before I run out of energy. Okay, thanks. Yeah, I've already had a good day. Now you have to have it. Oh, yeah. I also do need to do that. One thing I will say, which I'm a bit nervous about saying, touch wood, touch wood, touch wood. We've not had very many thread knots so far today. Our thread knots, minimal. Very, very, very little. You can have the rich tea then. Aw, thank you. I'll take the rich tea. I have finished my tea though. I need to make another one, but because I don't know, I'm probably not going to be going for so much longer, so I'm like, I'll just probably hold off and make a tea after I finish. What I really need is to bring the kettle upstairs, so that whenever I need one, I can just put it on. But then I'd also need like a mini fridge, I suppose. Maybe that can be the next piece of cosplay equipment I get. I get like a mini fridge and a travel kettle. How much do mini fridges cost? Are they expensive? I imagine they are, to be honest. I imagine a mini fridge is expensive. It probably takes a lot of energy. Oh dear. Blah 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 blah. Go. Okay. One more sequin, then tie it off. Normally I manage to get to the top, but this time I've had a bit of a struggle. I don't have enough thread. I don't know how this has happened. Normally I have way too much thread. But this time, no. And my thread's just not gone very far. I could probably fit one more in. The other thing is, with the beading needles being a bit longer, you have to leave more thread at the end to tie the knot. Make sure you link as well. I had the honor of being raised by a kid. Oh, did you? Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that. Kidney stones suck. They are so painful. So painful. No, don't worry. I'm a very hydrated being 99% of the time, so we're good. I like to drink things. I like to drink tea a lot, but then I also drink a lot of water. So most of the time I'm pretty good. But this is like one of the rare occasions that I've actually run out of drink in stream. It doesn't happen too often. Oh, I think it's because I was coughing a lot earlier, so I drank a lot more than I usually would because I was trying to, like, you know, air my throat out, make it feel better. Oh dear. Whoa. But I can't go for so long anyway today because I'm still recovering from a migraine. I don't want to push myself. No, you have tea! I don't have tea right now. I don't have tea. I finished my tea. I finished it. I'm sorry, there's no more tea in there. I love that. It's so good. Because it's all in Japanese, so I have no idea what they're saying, but I just quite enjoy the tune. Oh dear. Right, let's get this side in. It's got something inspirational being said at some point. I think it's now. But I don't know what it is. Oh no, they're not saying anything. I guess not for now. Translate for us, sure. Are you still there? I hope you're having a good day. I like eating big lunches. Oh god. Would you like to come over and have lunch with me? Although I am not a very good cook, I will make you a nice beef stew. You can have mashed potato if you really want. There you go. No, we've all gone. Thank you, thank you. Quick translate. Oh dear. Yeah, who knew? Who knew that I could actually speak fluent Japanese? Not me. Definitely not me. Mashed potato if you really want. Yeah, you can have mashed potato, but only if you want it. Oh dear. Translating is not my biggest skill. It's just a song about offering someone beef stew over at your house. Or beef stew? Who knows? Maybe they'll have even made stuffing. Or, not stuffing, dumplings. Inbuilt Google Translate, absolutely. Absolutely, it's just built into my system. As soon as you become a seamstress, you just become inbuilt Google Translate. See? Mashed potato, if you really want. And it's easy. Easy. Oh dear. Do you not feel motivated? Do you not feel like you've been listening to motivational speeches now? It's been in the background of the stream the whole time, and you didn't even know. I feel very motivated. The offer of mashed potato with beef stew. I mean, we don't actually really eat meat here anymore, but listen, I wouldn't say no. I mean, who wouldn't want any type of potato? Exactly, but it's offered on the idea that you can choose. Mad people probably. Yeah, someone mad about potato would not want mashed potato. This always feels kind of Christmassy to me. I don't know why. It's not. It doesn't say anything Christmassy in it, but it feels like, I don't know, a Christmas song. Madge. Big Madge. What is the word I've heard recently that the young kids are saying? Molding? Is that the new word for being annoyed? Is it molding? Which I have no idea what that even was meant to mean. It's a new word for me. Like, oh no, I am molding. I've only just learned what cracks meant, so listen, I'm a bit behind the times, but I've heard that a couple times. Oh dear. I should stop singing. I'm gonna ruin all of the Katamari OST. Not my intention. I really like the Katamari Damacy OST, and I would never want to ruin it. It's a good bean. Good bean songs. It's got some really good ones. I think Lonely Rolling Star is still my favorite, but like, oh, good heckin' songs. Very nice OST. Very upbeat and fun, and with a lot of different genres in it. Very cool. Jelly version of it is me going and ruining the overall feel of the song. I don't think anyone needs that. Go. Oh, excuse me. I forgot that I existed again. That's what that sound is. That is the I forgot you existed. Are you still here? Yes. I am still here. Thank you for noticing. I haven't gone anywhere yet. Jelly versions of songs you sing. It'd be top 10 longer. Crazy Frog was at top 10 for a really long time, wasn't it though? I thought Crazy Frog was up there for a heckin' long time. I kind of saw this one coming, to be honest. Listen up, here's a story about a little guy that lives in a blue world. And all day and all night and everything he sees is just blue, like him. Inside and outside, blue his house with a blue little window and a blue Corvette. And everything is blue for him and himself and everybody around. Cause he ain't got nobody to listen to. I'm blue, dabba dee dabba die, dabba dee dabba die, dabba dee dabba die, dabba dee dabba die, dabba dee dabba die. Every time it plays, there's a new jelly added because I sing along every time. I'm blue, dabba dee dabba die, 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 dabba dee dabba die. Yeah. You're a good Sunkoi, do not worry. I do think though I might end the stream on that note because I'm getting a little tired. Not because of you guys have been sweet beans, just because I'm still recovering from migraine. You know how it is. You know how it is. The come down is hard. So let's see if we can send you into someone else. I'm sure there's thank you for the horn. I'm sure there's a lot of people who are live right now. Oh, could we raid into Dem? Dem is doing art stream. So Dem does an art stream every now and again. They've been getting more into the art side of Twitch, and it's been really, really cool to see. Let's raid into Dem. Wake up horn, wake up horn. Thank you for the wake up horn. Oh, Jelly, which part of dabba do dabba die? I think it's the do, if I had to say. We're gonna raid Dem. Damn, yeah, I want to escape from here. You've been stuck here for a while. I'm so sorry, Grubbit. And thank you for putting the raid calls in the chat, Zay. It's very heckin' quick. You're always so speedy. Always so speedy. But no, do grab one of them if you would like. We're going to be raiding into Dem. Dem is one of our moderators. They're very heckin' sweet bean. They always deserve a lot of love. And every now and again, they do an art stream. And they're actually really heckin' good. So it'd be really cool to go send them some love. No, thank you everyone for joining. It's always lovely to see you all. I won't be streaming tomorrow because I'm going to treat myself to a coffee. But I hope to be back on Friday. Yes, that's the plan. I'll see you all soon. Take care, everyone. Let's go. Wait, where's the raid? Oh, I shouted them out. I didn't raid him. My bad. My bad. Hey, do you ever feel like your brain doesn't exist? I actually feel like that a lot. Where instead of raiding someone, I just shout them out every time. Oh, now did we get the raid call? You know what? I did it so slick, and then I was not slick at all. What is a braid? I don't know. Anyway, I'll see you all soon. Take care, everyone. Why a brain like this? It's terrible. Oh well, we managed to